Okay, guys, well, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly Dungeon Master this evening, or this afternoon, or this morning, or wherever this finds you, whenever this finds you. Today, we are carrying on with our ongoing campaign, playing or adventure, at least playing Green Ronin's Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 2nd Edition. And with me today are the stars of the adventure we're calling Fears of the Faceless. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what did you spend your last advancement on? So first up is Carl.
Hello, I play Gorilla Blacktooth. He is a dwarven gambler, and I believe I spent my last bit on increasing fellowship. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Oh, nice. Getting more charming.
Increase my fellowship. Yeah, so he can charm these cultists into submission.
that's apart from just murdering them with sharp things like he did last time.
Yeah, I know.
I was rewatching just the last bit of the session last time just to refresh my memory.
I kept proccing the Sigmar thing.
Yeah, you murdered the shit out of a whole bunch of guys. All right, next up is Mo.
Hi, I'm Mo. I'm Morris. I'm playing Oderic, who is a noble. And I spent my last advancement very optimistically on wounds. Well, the other ones weren't terribly good before we get to the end of them. And I'm just hoping I survive and we get some downtime. Absolutely.
And last but certainly not least is Sean.
Hey, I'm Sean, and I'm playing Jacob Silvercobble, the halfling of the party, and I spent it on the Mighty Shot talent, which increases damage by 1 for a sling.
Pretty good. All right, guys. So last time at the open of the session, I believe we found ourselves here in the woods, fleeing the what is it called? Not the bandit, but the what are they called? Arimo, the Arimo camp. What happened last time?
Let's see.
Let's see if I can give a little visual clue
here. We were in the yes.
Yep.
We found like the barrow that the Arimo had directed us to, and we had an encounter with beastmen, which I was surprised that we dispatched them as quickly as we did. And then we entered the barrow, and it turned out to be a hidden temple of some chaos god associated with disease, because it was very, like, some of us retched as soon as we went in. The cultists there seemed to have pox or other diseases. And then we went about dispatching cultists in a rage of righteous fury. Mm-hmm. And then after we dispatched the cultists, there were other places to explore. We found someone who could incriminate the Lord of being complicit with this. And he said, "Don't go through that door, or don't go through that door, because it could be pretty bad and scary." So we suspect there's probably some sort of shrine or temple or even demonic force under here that we're probably not prepared to deal with, but we are good citizens of Bretonia, so we will do so.
Nice. So what the rooms that you were talking about there was someone you rescued from this room here, whose name was, let's see here, where is he? Yannick. Y-O. I'll put it in chat if I didn't last time. Let's see here. Yannick. What he had said was that this was where Lord Angeron had lived when he visited, that this is where those double doors lead into their blasphemous shrine. And when you guys asked about this door, or he spun around and asked if you guys had opened this door or not, you then started hearing, well, you asked what was in there, and you started hearing a boom, 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 boom from inside that room. And that's where we'll pick up. So I think Yannick retreats behind Orderic, Kind of. What do you guys wish to do next?
Jacob asks him, "What's in there? What makes that sound?"
He shakes his head very slowly back and forth, like, no. Would you give us a... Oh, you know what? Sean, do you have... Let's take a look at the skills here. Where's my DM screen?
Sean might have some...
I think
Jacob might have some lore.
Yeah, actually, you know... well, you did know something from last time as well, too. From these ancient barrows, right? These date from before the founding of the kingdom, from a time of I think it's the Horse Lords. What do you recall from last time, Jacob?
Let me see. Let's. I don't see it in my notes. Give me a hint, and it might.
Well, let's do this.
my...
Let's go ahead and give us a. What is it? I'm asking Anna. Hold on. Give us a. What is it? Lore or knowledge?
Let's see. I have. What do I have? I have academic knowledge, necromancy.
Yes. Give us that at plus 20, please.
Okay.
Let's see how you do. Also, a happy reminder how great these character sheets look.
Yeah.
God, I love these.
I have rolled. We're just waiting for the result. Come on, baby. Come on.
At the very least, give us a montage.
Yeah. Right. Whoa, serious delay.
Oh, boy.
I'll do it again, but we'll get two. Hang on.
Well, I mean, like,
again.
Sean, it's not like you live in one of the tech centers of the United... Oh, wait, you do.
I know.
You do.
I know. Seriously. I'll do it again. All right,
Okay.
let's see.
Caught in the tubes.
Yeah, who knows? I don't think it was human error. Pretty simple process, but okay.
Is it prompting you for any other modifier?
Yeah. It prompts me for modifier that it
Oh, and you
prompts
already did that. Okay.
Whether the role should be public, and you go through those two boxes, and then Huh, man.
Let's see if I test roll. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. You do it and see what happens.
Trying to shake things loose here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Give me your Jacob. Where are you here? Here we go. Yeah, mine has lost the world as well, too. Did it always prompt for public or private?
I think it did.
Did it? Okay.
I think so.
So what is going on here, game?
Yeah, it's pretty serious.
That's weird. Why don't Mo and Carl, you guys try giving a roll something, too. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah. Get in there. Have some fun.
See if we can fill up the...
Okay.
Let's see here.
Didn't work. Let me see if I can just do something manually.
Yeah, I pressed it and nothing.
Okay, so the
It looks like you
manual
can do
rolling
manually.
works. That's
The
weird.
character sheet, it's probably like they did an update. And
It's possible.
I don't remember it asking for public or private before.
You guys remember Mo and Carl?
it's been there. It's been there
Oh,
before.
has it been there?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe it's just... let's
Yeah,
see.
I've done like 3 now, and
Yeah, nothing's
it's
showing up.
nothing.
That's weird. All right.
We can use the one in the upper
Percentile
left.
dice.
Yeah,
you
we'll
know.
also have to use
Yeah.
natural or real dice. Well, the digital version thereof. What's going on here? Let's see. I'm just going to quickly check Twitter for Roll20.
Yeah, get in there.
See if it's something that's endemic to the thing, or... No, nothing on Roll20, or nothing on Twitter, at least. Apart from them saying Sundays are perfect for rolling dice. I'd agree with Roll20. Be nice. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna check and see if it's this character sheet or not. I'm gonna log into one of my other games and just see if this is only this sheet. It was a shame if it's this sheet because it's such a great sheet. Spoke too soon. This is why we can't have nice things. All right, so let's see here. I'm rolling Steve O's character. Let's see if these... Yep, things are working on another character sheet.
Huh.
That is weird.
Well, I rolled a percentile right there.
Yeah, so percentile will work. We just gotta.
Yeah, we'll just have to do a percentile.
Okay. I'm gonna try one more thing, guys. I'm just gonna see if, just because I won't be beaten by this character sheet just yet.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Skills. Let's see here. Animal care. Now selecting, I was trying to select the other options for public, private, or only GM. None of it showing up. That is a real shame.
Indeed.
Oh, I think there's a way. Give me 2 moments here. I'm just gonna see if anyone did edit this thing.
The only other thing might be to try everyone log in and out again, but that's another.
No, I mean, I think that. Let me make sure I got the API script in here that I need. I'm certain I added it when I set up the game, but just in the event that I somehow screwed that up. API scripts. Yeah, so that's in there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was last updated in 2016, so it's not like that is the issue. I don't know.
Yeah. Mysteries.
Well, whatever. We'll just deal with it as it is. So 44 does that what were you
That
rolling
looks
against?
good because my it's a 29, and then you give me plus 20, which would make it 49, and I rolled a 44, so it looks good.
Great. Okay, so what that tells you is these types of crypts sitting fallow for so long and being, being so far away from civilization, like this is prime areas where dark spirits can enter into the bodies that have been left here. It isn't, not for nothing. The barrow white is one of the most common types of undead encountered in these types of structures, because you've got fairly well preserved corpses that are just waiting there for some dark spirit to enter into them. So what could be beyond that door is exactly that.
No good. Well,
well, we could sort of go side by side and open it and ambush them even if they rush out.
What Jacob can tell you then is, having come from a family of wardens, and in particular a tradition that dates back to the borders of Sylvania, it's not such a simple matter that, will your steel hold when exposed to the living dead? Or will you run when confronted with the unnatural?
Well, are they flammable? Could we make some torches from the fire in the center of the room?
Mo, you're missing his point.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, if it doesn't matter what you plan if you flee at the presence of these things, because they are so wrong in their nature that they can cause... some can steel themselves against that, and your Orderic has certainly proven himself to be quite brave, but they've seen that, a seasoned, or at least Jacob has heard about seasoned wardens fleeing just by the presence of some of these things. So
maybe
we should tell Yannick to make his way outside.
He nods and turns and runs outside.
Just wait for us at the edge of the clearing, and if we live, we'll come back for you.
We could. Should we let sleeping dogs lie? What do you think?
Well,
you're muted, Carl.
He did point to a room where perhaps the Lord hung out when he was here in this place, and there could be incriminating documents.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Okay.
Before we
Okay,
tackle
we need to check that out first.
before we tackle these rooms that he's afraid of.
Okay.
Right. Or maybe he's afraid of that room too. I don't know. We'll see.
So the door to Angeron's room has a lock on it. It's the only one in this structure that has a lock on it. But Garil, I can't remember. Do you have?
I don't know if I do.
Yeah.
I don't think I do.
I think we may have gone through this
If
before.
I don't, I have a big lockpick here in my hand, an axe. It's not trained. I don't know if it has to be trained. I think it has to be. It's advanced. So it has to be trained. It does not have pick lock.
Yeah, it's one of the advanced skills.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna have to hack it apart unless Jacob, you might have.
I do not.
Okay. So why don't you take your axe to that then?
Yes, I will.
I think we don't need to. Oh, you could just batter the door down as well too.
Yeah.
If two of you put your shoulders into it, then just whoever's taking the lead can just make a strength check.
There's like tables and stuff out here too, right?
So we can pick up a bench and just like
battering ram with one of the benches.
The benches aren't really designed to withstand that though, and they're kind of like a barrow doesn't have like a waiting area. So I'm assuming the furniture in here has been sort of cobbled together by the mutants.
Okay.
But throwing yourself, like if two of you throw yourself against the door, sure. So then who's got the highest strength here?
Let's see.
Or who's feeling lucky?
28.
30 for me.
Jacob's feeling a wee person, so he steps back and goes, you big fellows, you should try it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So then, Garil, go ahead and give us a flat strength check then, please.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So these percentile.
No, give it to plus 10%.
Yeah. Yep. 62 out of 40.
Okay. So that's, you slam up against that, and it does not seem to want to give.
Okay. Probably better just hack at it then.
Yeah, you can just...
Are we both doing it, or is it just one person?
Both of you.
As it were? All right.
That's why he's granted a plus 10%, but it's a minus 10% to secure the door is quite sturdy. Okay. So the only concern you would have is if you were pressed for time or if you were worried about alerting the other cultists. And being that they are all dead now, I'm assuming that's not really a concern of yours. So you're able to hack that door down. We sort of, in the film version of our thing, you see in a blackened area that, an axe kind of comes through and light streams into this room from within. And then you kick the door open. What you can see is that the room is comfortably but repulsively furnished. There's a single bed, an upholstered chair, and a table. All fabrics are in sickly greens and browns, as is the rug on the floor. A tapestry hanging over the table depicts people of all ranks of society succumbing to foul diseases, while a bloated, decaying creature looks on and laughs. There are two golden candlesticks that stand on the table in the form of a naked man and woman with their flesh disfigured by sores, tumors, and other diseases. And I didn't like that. You can tell that the gold itself is obviously worth something. Those of you who have been penny pinchers, Garil, I think you particularly can note that. However, it's obvious who would be the creator of these things. So, finding absent melting them down, finding the right purchaser, or finding these on you may be seen as evidence of worshipping the ruinous powers. So, apart from that, you sort of look around in here. There's really not much. At least there's nothing in here to specifically, incriminate Lord Angeron. This is definitely the fabrics that are used in here, setting aside their colors and the subject matter of the tapestry. It definitely has an upper class kind of quality to it. Of note, there are no red, white, or blue fabrics in here. None of the fabrics that you would normally associate with nobility in Bretonia.
Great. So it's like it would be his word against ours.
I'll get this door open here so you can see. Boom. There you go. Oh, and I can open the prison as well. Boom.
So, Orderic, what do you want to do?
Well, it strikes me we might need some clerical assistance here. Possibly we ought to talk to the Harimo. Maybe they have a friar or some clerical support who might be able to bolster us if we think... Or alternatively, we could just bury this thing. But that would sort of leave it
Well, I mean, burying the barrow, that's a... Where's the handout that we use? That's like an enormous amount of work.
Right.
we couldn't find some... Yes, we'd have to truck in some black powder.
This is what...
Strikes me what we could do is try and ambush Lord, what's his name, if he comes back. Also,
yeah, I don't know.
Could, attempt.
But he's going to be
in there.
probably with the... I doubt he'd come back by himself.
Right.
I mean, we could go back to the... Now that the cultists are taken care of, we can go back to... Oh, but they were being attacked, right? They were being attacked last night.
Yeah, they were having to like escape from being hunted, so we're not really sure where they are.
Yeah. And this has been... this is still the same evening as well, too. You're in the middle of the night right now. When you fled the Arimo camp.
Let's just try to deal with it best we can. I mean, that's what I say.
Who
I was
was...
wondering whether could we set some wood near the door, so if it runs out, we could set that on fire and have it sort of like... If there's some oil or something, we could...
Are we talking about this door or this door? Right, there's
a double door with a big scary thing.
Yeah, this is like the door with profane writings on it, and then there's this door here that he said don't open.
Yonix said...
Oh, right. Sorry, I thought it was that one.
To not open this door.
Maybe we should have a look at the big door then.
Yeah.
Well, the big door is where he said the shrine was.
Yeah.
Did he say not to open those two?
He most definitely did.
Yeah.
But we've heard something moving around in the door to the south.
So we deal with whatever's shambling in there first, or we open the shrine. And Gorill's got his dwarven anti-chaos blood up, so he's gonna do this whether you guys join him or not. So
okay. So
if you guys want
that Garrel and me stand either side of the door, and Jacob stands back with his sling.
Check the shrine first. See if there's anything.
Oh, you mean the mics? Yeah, I think actually. Yeah, let's do that. See
if only we had like cell phones, we could take a picture.
Quick sketch.
Yeah.
What are these cell phones? Instruments of ruin.
I mean, it's definitely worth taking those profane statues and melting them down. Gold is gold.
Yeah.
When it comes to it. But we could do that on the way out.
The dwarves have a saying, gold is gold is gold.
Yeah.
So go for this one, maybe, you think, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, if you... who's going to be opening the doors then? Or are you opening only one of them?
Yeah, let's just... do they push in or pull out?
It pulls out.
All right, well, maybe Odric and Gorilla can get on either side, and Jacob could stand back with the sling, and we'll pull open each side of the door.
Okay.
And
I mean, maybe just one to narrow. If anything's in there when it comes out at us. What do you think?
I don't think it's going to matter, but
okay.
Yeah, that would just we don't want to limit our action. So I'll make sure I've got both my mangoush and my rapier out.
Okay.
Sorry, so Gorilla is opening the door, Odric is standing with his weapons out, and then Jacob is standing back?
Yeah, I guess that's what's going to happen. Can I pull them both open? Or just like...
Yep. I mean, they're not...
Step to one side, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So position yourselves where you wish to be, guys, relatively speaking. Okay. And then...
Yeah, Jacob, maybe stand back a bit. You don't need to be right to it.
And this is accurate, I guess. Yeah.
For scale, no. I mean, each of the... each of those
relative, right?
squares is about 2 meters or 2 yards.
So maybe not standing in the fire, though.
6, 8. All right.
You're standing in the fire?
Not in the fire. On the edge of the fire.
Supper's on, boys.
Yeah.
Or meat's back on the menu.
That's
I
right.
guess is the.
Before we do this, what's the lighting situation like in here?
With the light coming from the bonfire in the center there, the cooking fire, there's plenty of light.
Okay.
Okay. Then, Curiel, you cast the doors open and reveal within. So allow me to describe what you see. The double doors are wooden and they were barred from the outside. So you took that off and cast them open. And again, they had carved with a single rotting rat on each leaf. In the center of the temple, there is, because this 8-pointed, this blasphemous star that's within there, it does definitely form a temple. It seems to be different from the rest of the barrow, as if this was something that was constructed more recently. Within, there is a rotting heap of human bodies forming an obscene altar. They have been carefully placed in a way so as to form a specific maddening design. And hovering over it in the air is a constantly writhing shape that looks like a torch flame made of vomit. Maggots writhe in the altar, but none of the corpses are seem to be moving. There is a stink that I could not adequately put into words coming from this. This whole place has reeked of corruption and sick, but this is just something completely altogether. And that flickering, writhing, undulating mass of vomit. I'm going to have to go and close my blinds in a moment here. What do you guys wish to do?
Well, I'm definitely not going to enter without covering my face with probably part of my cloak,
Okay.
or at least putting the hand up. I think we should burn it. I don't know if it'll burn, but we have this fire here.
Yes, by the gods, this is an
It's going to
unholy
smell
sight.
awful when we start burning those bodies, I'm sure. But yep.
Do I think that? Do I have any knowledge whether fires is a what kind of approach? How worthy of approach that is, Kevin?
I don't think your knowledge extends to necromancy, and the ruinous powers are something altogether different from that, unfortunately.
Right.
I don't think any of you have any knowledge in the in the ruinous powers. Put yourself in the situation on this too, looking at what's around you, looking at the sores and illnesses that have afflicted all of those cultists and mutants that you cut down, the pustules that were on the beastmen out there too. You don't need to, having your characters having grown up in the old world. You're not, germ theory is not a thing, but you know that you stay away from sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I mean, it would seem fire is as good as option as any.
Yeah, we have plenty of kindling. All this bad furniture. I think that's what we're gonna. That's what I propose to do.
Sounds good to me.
Cut things up. Try to cover your faces. Keep a torch near you. And then we'll burn this thing.
Okay.
I don't know about that flickering. That flickering flame looks concerning. Maybe fire won't work.
If we destroy the altar and the bodies, that might depower it.
I don't know.
It's probably metagame.
Well, that's the plan.
Let's make up chop up the tables and things and just try and throw them on the altar.
Guriel can
we try and,
easily with his. Oh, go ahead, Mo.
What's the other thing? Could we just throw the wood on and not go in the room and just throw torches on?
I mean, it's
actually, no. That's quite a long way. Yeah, we're not going to be able to throw it that far.
Yeah, it's like 30 feet away.
It'll be random. Why not just make the throw?
Yeah. Let's chop the tables up. We've got an axe. Who's got the axe? Carol?
Yeah, I got it.
Who's got the axe? The dwarf narrows his eyes looking at you like, what do you think has the axe?
Yep.
All right.
So many words for axe, the dwarves.
All right.
So with the tables, you can...
we have this fire lit already, so hopefully we can grab some coals or whatever. And...
Yep. And when there's sheets in the other room that like you could
starter.
Yeah, the straw bed. So like there's plenty of stuff.
Kindling.
So who is working on this?
Gorilla's going to work on it for sure. I don't know if any chopping up the stuff again.
If you do the chopping, I'll go and collect the stuff from the other rooms, the sheets, the other stuff. Is there any oil or stuff that might burn in here?
There might be a small amount for running. What do you call it? Like lanterns. So
starter.
I'll search the rooms for something flammable.
Okay.
And while you chop it up, and then Jacob, maybe you keep an eye out.
Well, you mean apart from the things we've already described, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just really, I was just looking for any oil, lamp oil or something like that.
Yeah. So I mean, like the straw from the beds, the sheets, like all that stuff is all flammable as well. It's not made out of baby blanket. So what do you guys do next then? You've collected all this stuff. You've broken up the kindling. You certainly can build an impressive pyre right now to deal with this thing. What happens next?
I suppose we've got to carry it in there.
We got to carry everything in there, and
can
I assume as part of my noble's outfit, I'd have some sort of hanky I could like put across my face?
Sure.
Yeah, a fancy sort of.
Yeah. I mean, if I have to, I tear some of my cloak to make a makeshift bandana.
Yeah.
I don't have.
I'll also take the carpet and the tapestry from the room, because I think we need to burn those.
Okay.
As well.
Sure. Yeah, so you got all that stuff assembled. So Orderic and Goril, you're going in to assemble the bonfire.
Yep.
Jacob, are you assisting with that?
I think Jacob, I guess, is keeping an eye out. He's
maybe you stand ready with a torch or something, ready to.
Yeah, probably a torch in one hand, a sling in the other, standing around outside the room, keeping an eye on that door, the door over here, and the one that had banging on it, and just and the entrance for that matter.
This is where Jacob asked to borrow the axe while you guys are going in. Then he slams the door and puts the the bar on it. End of campaign.
Betrayal.
Okay, hold on here. I'm trying to find something I need.
I mean, that's an option if things go south.
Well, presumably we try and get out, unless we do the whole. We get locked in like a submarine to save the ship. Question is, should we both try and carry stuff, which means we can't have weapons ready, or should one of us go in carrying stuff while the other one stands ready with a weapon, just in case something jumps out at us?
Now, let's see here. Still not working. Dang it. All right, so what I need then is Orderic and Goril. I need two things from you. One of them is I need a toughness check from you. So take a look at what your toughness is and go ahead and give us a toughness roll.
5 for me.
The 5 is probably your toughness bonus, not your toughness.
No, it's the one at the bottom of the
top. The one that has the full percentage.
35, yeah.
Unless you want to make it really hard for yourself, you're going to want the full 45, not 5% chance.
Yep.
Okay.
Right, so I failed 55 out of 37.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said you got 45 for your toughness, Orderic?
Yes, which I've now blown.
Okay.
No, it's 35 toughness.
So I think you guys still have. Gabriel's got one fate point left. So does, or fortune. I can't remember which is which. And Ordric still has one as well. If you wanted to re-roll those.
I mean, I don't know what's the other thing we have to roll. Right.
Yeah. The
If
second
it's fear
thing
and run your way.
I need you to roll is an agility check at +20.
Okay. So I'll use my last luck to re-roll toughness.
Okay.
Then.
Okay, so will I.
It's even worse. Worse.
Okay.
Well. And then agility at +20.
Yes, please. Okay. Gabriel, I'll take it that's not.
+20. Okay, but.
Yeah, so
I'll just
whatever
roll
your
it.
agility is +20.
Yeah, so. Jeez.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Now, do you have... Let's see here. We'll adjust. Sorry. Wrong token there. Jacob, sorry. All right, so I think Gabriel's down to 0 left. Ordric. All right, then. What I need from you is now a toughness test at -10%. Gariel, please. You've accidentally brushed up against the altar as you were setting the fire.
Yeah, not using the character sheet. It's like the die roller is.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. I gotta look. I'll look into after the session why that's. Maybe they've reported a problem with it because there doesn't seem to be problems with the other. Character sheets. Maybe I need to unload and reload. Maybe during the break, what I'll do is I'll unload and reload the script API. Yeah. Maybe that's the issue. But and then I'll have to refresh the game. So then.
Oh well.
Let's see here. Green Pox.
So I failed. It's just
Okay, I'm just reading the consequences. Just give me a moment here. All right. All right. Then, you guys otherwise are able to successfully build up that the fire, and it turns ablazing and consumes you can imagine the stink that comes from starting the fire in there as well too. But it quickly turns into a conflagration. You can see almost nothing of the blasphemous altar that was once in there, and all there is just a blazing bonfire that's spewing out choking smoke. What do you guys wish to do next? That probably took you about an hour and a half to get all that stuff together. So it's been a full night of activity. What are you guys thinking of next? You can still hear...
So we want to deal with this now?
How's the smoke situation out in the other room, Kevin?
Quite bad. The smoke has nowhere to go other than in here. So, if you spend too long in here, you're likely going to have to start checking for asphyxiation.
I'm going to suggest we go outside and let the fire go down a bit.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, go outside. Maybe if the smoke is coming out of the barrow, we could set an ambush to see if anyone comes and investigates.
Yeah.
Okay.
There might be some more of those beast men, so yeah.
Yeah, and if whatever is in here, is living, maybe it'll succumb to the smoke and we'll have to deal with it.
The constant rhythmic pounding that you've heard there, Jacob can tell you, and if he gets his hand close to the wall, there is almost it's like putting your hand near dry ice, right? Only instead of just making your hand cold, there's also subtle discoloration and there's subtle cracks that come. The undeath is like a sucking void for life. So I don't think that Jacob has any doubt that what's in there with what he's felt with his hand getting close to there and the insistent pounding at the same rate. There's only one type of, undying will that can keep up that kind of tempo for almost 2 hours straight.
Yes. Well, let's go outside then and as suggested.
Yep.
All right. So you guys get
if the
outside.
thing breaks out, then
Yeah, and I think that bonfire's probably going to burn for... I mean, it's going to be hours worth of burning with the amount of shit that you guys piled on there. So, like, are you intending on catching a quick rest?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
We'll set a watch.
Having a nap.
Yeah, and I'm picturing, like, with you guys having been so active and injured and whatnot, it seems like as soon as you have a quiet moment and you sit down, you may fall asleep where you're sitting anyway. So let me see here, guys. I'm going to check. Remind myself. I think you need a full night's sleep. Oh, you need a week to get that one back, Ordric. No one's got first aid, right?
No.
I don't think so.
No, I think it's a week that because of how injured Ordric is.
Yeah.
If I'd had one less, I think I'd be okay to recover normally. Or more normally, if you see what I mean. Yeah.
Okay.
So I suggest we set up and like take turns having a nap.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Gorilla and Jacob aren't injured, so.
What, Ordric and Garil, you are both awakened a little into your rest with kind of a gurgling in your stomach. And this is followed shortly by a very urgent trip to the bushes to relieve yourself.
Let's get the galloping trots.
It is from what appears in what comes out. It may be the bloody flux.
Ah, lovely.
Yeah. So you guys will have, unfortunately, a minus 10% penalty on the characteristics on your main profile. So all your stats, not your derived stats, but the main stats. Minus 10% basically to any activity that you're going to be making use of those things.
Okay.
There's cramps. It's not going to be a pleasant couple of days.
Jacob sees everyone running off into the bushes. Everyone okay?
And then you hear
Yeah.
what kind of happens. So
Yeah.
all right then. What do you guys wish to do next?
I mean, I think the naps isn't a terrible idea since we have some waiting to do and keeping a watch with a bit of shut eye.
Smoke dies down, and then go in and see what the result is.
Sure.
See whether that dancing sick flame is still there.
Okay. All right. So after about 4 hours of burning, the whole place stinks of smoke at this point. And you can still hear the thumping once you start making your way down that corridor down into the barrow.
Visibility is better?
Visibility is fine. It's back to the same as it was.
Okay.
I think over the course of the 4 hours, that cooking fire probably went out, so you're going to need to bring a torch or something to that effect.
Yep. We light it up again.
Okay.
All right. Well, check on our handiwork first, briefly. See what it looks like in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Jacob will take a peek, staying at the doorway.
Yeah. So there is, if you peek into that newly excavated, 8-point star, or the room that's shaped like that, there's just charred body parts left over. There's nothing floating over. It's a different stink altogether, but it seems to have done the job. That floating flame of vomit is no longer present.
Okay.
Very good.
So I guess we got to deal with door number 6.
Indeed. Flame has served its purpose.
Well, Gorilla is I would say Odric stand back. I mean, I know you'll get up and fight. Whatever is in there. Is the pounding still there? I guess that's the question.
The pounding is still there, yeah.
Ooh. So
Whatever was in there certainly didn't need to breathe.
Yep. I mean, I'd say, well, Gorilla opened the door. That's fine.
Let's
But the rest of you, so Gorilla volunteers to open the door. The rest of you can stand back.
and perhaps let's fight from this direction, so that by chance, if it proves too much, we can exit.
Yep. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm going to stand the opposite side of the door
Okay.
to try, and if it comes out, I can then shiv it in the back.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Which way is the door open?
It will say. I mean, we're sort of abstracting it anyway, so it opens into the room, though, in the main
Before
room.
that, Jacob, does normal steel hurt these things? With your experience,
He
as
doesn't
a
know what it
warden?
is yet, so.
Okay. So maybe, Jacob, if you think we can't hurt it, you say, and then we run away for another day.
Yes, we'll all need to be prepared to go either direction.
Okay.
Okay.
Then, let's do this. So I was quickly reading my reminder on how fear checks work in the game. All right, and it is initiative is 1d10 plus your agility characteristics. So let's just set up a counter. I'll put all your, because we don't have the sheets working. Let's just do this. Boom. Boom. Okay. So go ahead and roll agility. Your agility score plus 1d10, and then add that into the turn order there.
Does the disease affect that?
Yes. The bloody flux reduces it by 10%.
All right. 28. That's close to as good as it can be, actually.
Nice.
Right now.
Okay, and I will.
I should have put my. So sorry about that. I didn't put my token. So I'll enter.
Okay.
Let's see. Clicking my token. Mine should have been agility's 45, not 40 after modifying. Should be 50. Mine's a 50 actually.
50. Okay, so go ahead and enter that into your, your token.
Cool. Excellent.
All right, because it's not rolling from the character sheet. So.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. And Odric, what did you get for yours?
That'll be a fail. Oh, sorry, no, 54. My agility
hold
is
on.
currently...
It's D10 plus.
It's your agility score plus 1d10. We're rolling initiative. Oh, and remember, you have the bloody flux, so your agility score counts as 10 less right now. Has that been reduced for the bloody flux?
Yeah, it's 31 normally.
31 normally,
and
okay,
it's
great.
21.
Okay.
So, actually, not too bad.
Okay. Well, and you guys have it in the order we needed as well, too. So, what is your agility score, Garil? 19, right?
It's 29 normally, but now it's 19.
Okay, so then, yeah, Orderic is acting... Yeah, you guys do have it in the right order. However, as you throw the door open... Let's see here. Dynamic lighting. What awaits you within? Did I make a handout for? I did not. So let's do this. Is this?
Oh, not good.
So then it is going to be on to the object and tokens layer. Gorilla, you said you had a ready to action, right?
Yeah, ready to.
So first thing I need is from each of you. I need a willpower roll, and unfortunately, your bloody flux does reduce that as well.
If it's a fear check, I guess it's still low, but I have a sturdy, so that's +10 on fear. And
yes, then you can ignore the penalty from bloody flux.
Okay, but I need to.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna run. Oh, I don't. It's crazy. Okay.
Nice. Okay, so Gariel's fine. Oh, Orderic. It's as Jacob warned you. Oh no, Jacob!
Doesn't look good.
All that training. Now, Jacob, you still have 1 point of what is it, fortune or fate or whatever left.
Fortune. Yeah. Let's see, and I'm checking. No, that'd be insanity. I don't. Yeah.
Oh, I'll give it.
Resisting chaos effects. This wouldn't. I don't know that.
Not a chaos effect. No.
Yeah.
The undead are separate from that.
Let's see. Willpower. I guess I have to use it. All right. I will use my reroll.
Okay.
Negative.
Oh no. All right. So what you can see, guys, is I've got a health bar on there too. You may notice that it's down a little bit right now. It appears that this thing has suffered some damage at the hands, probably of the cultists. So, however, I need refer. Oh, I got it right here. Frightened character cannot move, fight, dodge, or take any other action that round. On the following round, the character can make another fear test with the same consequences. So you are just standing in awe right now. Gariel, you are not, and you are ready to fight.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead. You can make an attack on this sucker if you like.
Okay.
So let's remind ourselves of the. I think I've got a handout in here for the actions. That's right. Here we go.
Yeah. No, it's a miss.
It's a miss. Okay.
Yeah.
So you swing your axe, trying to get in on this thing, and
you have your other action too, right? So that's
that's only attacking is only half action.
All right. So then can I still have an action to parry or whatever?
Yes, you can devote raise something up to parry.
Although it's hard with my with the bloody flux causing all sorts of problems.
Yeah, exactly. I'd like to block a thing, but I don't want to shit myself.
Right.
Oh my god. You know, it just shortly before the pandemic began, one of the last times I had a big going out thing, the person who took me out for dinner took me to a place where I got food poisoning, and I was sick for 4 fucking days on that, and I've never been as sick in my life. Which makes me think of the bloody flux. I have lots of experience to draw on from that. All right, then this thing, it is going to try and attack you, Gariel. So let's see if he hits first. One thing that he actually differs from the illustration is there is no sword in his hand. Okay, and here we go. Gariel. No, it misses. So you don't need to worry about parrying. It is trying to push past you guys.
Okay.
But, yeah, actually, let's do this. Let's do a contested strength. Oh, I failed by 1. Go ahead and give us a strength check for you, Gariel.
Okay.
Yeah, with a bloody flux.
No, I don't make it.
Well, how much did you fail by, though?
I failed by 19.
Okay, so yeah, that's enough. So it's pushed itself out here into the room, and Jacob and Orderic, you're just and now let's go into initiative order. So first off, Jacob, you can try a fear check again. This is what your family trained you for, Jacob. Come on.
I know. All that
Silver
lineage.
cobbles don't shake in the presence of their prey.
With that 4 hours rest, can we get any luck back?
Yeah, let's refresh all of our all of your fortune
All right.
Cool.
or fate or whatever the heck it's called.
Naps are important.
Yeah.
Key. Very key.
Second breakfast and naps.
I tell you, when we like when life gets back to normal and I have to be back in the office, I'm going to miss my mid-afternoon nap quite a bit.
Right.
That is a routine now.
So will Anna.
Oh, it is. Like, no joke. 3 o'clock rolls around and she stands next to me like, come on. Come on. All right.
Let's see. Willpower 35. That's negative.
You want to spend a fortune?
I guess I should. Yeah. Well, give it a shot. 35. Come on, baby.
Here it comes.
Oh,
no.
it's just too horrifying.
Oh, no. All right, then it's this thing. Once again, Gabriel still has a parry on deck here.
Yes.
So that is... Oh! It's a hit. Go ahead and roll your parry.
Okay. Yeah. Grill. Let's see. So it's your weapon skill, right? Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Right.
Also
I'm
modified
gonna use
by
a fortune.
bloody flux.
Yeah, I know.
Shit.
Oh,
Nice!
The fortune.
Yep.
Fortune.
How about that?
So it tries to get in, and you're able to batter it aside its clawed hand. Oh, then it's Orderic's turn. I need another fear check from you, please.
Okay, so this would be 20.
You want to spend fortune to reroll?
Yeah. Try again. So that's one of the fortunes.
Nice!
That's
Recovers. Outstanding. All right. Once again, Orderic finds his sand. And you can act now if you like.
Oh, so it's actually got out. I was going to get ready to stab it in the back. Okay.
You were feared. So.
Readied.
Yeah, Jacob did warn you this might happen.
Well, I'm going to sort of move around and stab it.
And as a reminder, in Warhammer Fantasy 2nd, you do not need to flank to get the gang up bonus.
All right, so if I say I go to roughly there.
Yeah, if you just run in and start fighting this thing at the same time, that will be, yeah.
So my weapon skill was 43, it's now 33.
Okay. So you moved, and then you're going to attack. So that means you're going to have nothing for parry then, Oderic. Oh, you got your main gauche in the offhand.
The main gauche, do I get?
Yes, you do, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
Not good enough. All right, then. Gariel, what are you doing?
Oh, what's the gang up bonus worth?
Minus 10. Or plus 10 to your roll.
Plus 10.
Okay, so that gives me a net minus 10 then. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So Grill, I guess the gang up cancels it out, right?
Yep, so it's whatever your weapon skill is.
All right, he's gonna use another luck to reroll that.
Okay.
Oh, that's a hit.
Nice. Okay, I did not devote anything to parry, so go ahead and roll damage. It'd be 1d10 plus your strength. And put an exclamation mark on the d10 because it does explode.
Okay, so...
I mean, we have to roll to see if you hit, to see if the exploding is right. But
yeah, and then plus strength. The strength, but just the tens place, right?
Yep, and then I can't remember, does the axe have... You know, I got my... Hold on. This is why I got my DM screen, because I think it's got most of the weapons on it.
And this is also affected by the bloody flux, right? So
it is not. No, it's only your main characteristics that are affected, and your derived ones stay the same. All right, hand weapon. No, just your strength bonus.
Okay, so just strength bonus, right?
Yep. Yeah. And then if you've got things like strike mighty blow, that gives you one extra. No, okay.
Oh, yucky.
5. Okay. Yeah, that's actually not even enough to get through its armor.
Oh, it's wearing armor. Wow.
Yes. Yeah, this thing was buried in a full panoply of armor as well. Jacob, come on.
All right.
Do the Shire proud.
Come on. He's shaky.
Guys,
run!
I think I've got the bloody flux too. I just shit myself.
Right.
You want to spend another fortune?
Now. Save yourself.
Do you want to spend another fortune, or?
Yeah. Let's see. I spent one. Okay.
Here we go. I feel good about this. No! Turns out I was just feeling hungry. Oh, no. All right, then it is this thing's turn again. It is going to do a full attack here. All right, so we got one on Gareel. Okay, there's a miss with Gareel on the first one, and then a second claw miss as well, too. It is not doing well. My tendency to roll high is not great in a percentile-based game. So
You and me both.
Yeah, really. Orderic, you are up next. What are you doing?
We've got gang up, so this is looking for a
hit.
That's a hit.
Yep. Go ahead and roll damage.
Right. Weapons. Here we are.
So if it's your rapier you're using?
Yes.
Ton rapier?
I think on combat.
I don't think that's correct, friend. So it's -1. Your rapier does strength bonus -1 damage. So what's your strength bonus?
Strength bonus is 28.
28. Okay, so that's 2. So it'll be 1, I guess. 1d10 plus 1.
Which 1d10 bang.
All right, so 7 is still not enough to get through its armor. Unfortunately, you get in and you hit, but it just scrapes against this thing's ancient, metal or steel armor. You have got its attention now, though. Gareel, what are you doing?
Oh, it's Gareel's turn. Okay. Shoot. Gareel is... If I can talk to this thing, it says, if we let you go, do you want vengeance on the one who imprisoned you here, Lord Angeron? I think he's going to withdraw. Why not draw it out?
Okay.
It's hard to get it. So how does withdrawal work? Let me see if we can do that.
Withdraw is disengage. It's a full action.
We'll break off a melee move.
Yep.
So I think we should fall back. I mean, so he's going to withdraw. Like,
Yeah, so
he
you
doesn't
move
want,
your
it's just, I don't know if it understands him, but,
what is your movement characteristic?
Move is 3 right now.
3 right now. Okay, so your move disengage is 6. You can move basically 3 of those squares.
So, select to here. And I kind of let it just point out to the door,
Okay.
So that's what I say, and don't want to fight this. It's hard. It seems like it's very tough. And
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like it's part of this cult, honestly, to me.
No,
I could be wrong.
You can see there is an empty scabbard as well, too. Like, this thing, it's not that it's not drawing a weapon. It does not have one. Or at least it doesn't have the one that would have rested in that, unless... And, I mean, you
If I notice that, I said, go reclaim your sword.
Okay. Then it is Jacob.
All right.
Still rooted in...
Get away from it. Let's see. Yeah.
You can run, I think. I think you can run now.
He's going to be tempted in a minute if he keeps this up. No.
Still not good enough. Okay, so let's just revisit
35.
what you can do here. So
Yeah.
fear cannot move, fight, dodge, or take any other action.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't even run, huh?
It's too awful.
I mean, you're much stronger than what Jacob is, notwithstanding the flux. So you could grab him if you like.
Okay, yeah, I'll try to do that next time.
Okay.
And shake him
Order,
and
fall back.
ragdoll him.
Then it's this thing's turn. All right, Orderic.
I guess it didn't understand.
I'm going to roll in chat. All right, so it has 2 attacks on you.
This is could be bad for Order.
I have a parry.
You have a parry ready, okay? First attack
And you have some luck
is a
still.
miss. Second attack is a miss.
Oh, nice. I know.
I rolled-
It's like seriously, I think the die roll is rolls high.
It's nothing but 80s. I rolled 80s last time as well, too. So this thing is flailing at you, Orderic, and you're able to keep your distance. Orderic, what are you doing next?
I'm moving backwards to where Gareel is, but I'm moving and retaining a parry. Assume I
That
can't
means
do
it
a
gets an
full
attack
move.
of opportunity on you then.
So forward draw. No, in that case,
Yeah,
I'll forward
disengage
draw,
is a
like-
full round action,
disengage, yeah.
but you do not get a... I mean, you'll get the free parry with your offhand.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so that would put me effectively. Hang on.
I can't remember. Do you have something that offsets the minus 20% from your offhand?
Yeah, because I've got the specialist parry, specialist, other stuff as the skills.
Oh, okay. Yeah, perfect.
It's that's all he's got.
That's all he's
I've got
got.
his modern stuff, not. So it was the 3 of the little squares. So
That's right. Yeah.
so 1.
And you guys can move through each other as well too.
3.
So you're sort of like
So I'm
under.
sort of
yeah.
there.
Okay.
I'm going to say
think
we're
you could
leaving
get to
Jacob.
there, actually, from where you were. Yeah. Okay. So then, Gareel, you're up next. What are you doing? You can see Orderic is also doing a bit of a fighting withdrawal, but Jacob is just standing. You know, he's got his
I'm gonna
flail.
grab
Not flail.
Jacob. I'll grab Jacob and move.
Okay. So give us a weapon skill at plus 30.
Okay.
He's a stationary target, so he's going to be relatively easy to grab.
Okay. Plus 30. So okay, we'll see. For sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep. So you grab Jacob. Jacob, give us another fear check.
Snap out of it.
It's only really if you roll like in the 98 to 100 range that I'm going to have you react badly. Okay, so you're terrified. It's got you. Oh God, another one of the undead has you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can move then, right?
I think you can move one more. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Probably,
just moved 3, right? So that's what I'm.
yeah. So you're dragging Jacob back out of here. Jacob, you want to give us another fear check, see if you can get yourself free? No, you can't move yet. In this game, we go turn by turn. So
I didn't. It wasn't me, so I think someone must have.
I think I accidentally hit click his icon. I just tried to put Jacob like partially on my character.
okay, so Jacob's still screaming. Ah! All right.
Never open the door. I told you.
All right, this thing then goes for Orderic once again. Yeah! Because it moved, only gets 1 attack. It's rolling the dice. It's rolling the dice. Is this broken now too?
I know it's. Oh no!
We need a parry from you.
So that's weapon skill, which was 43, but I'm not gang up, so I need
33. Gang up bonus doesn't help with parry; only helps with attack.
Well, maybe Kevin has bought the Undead book from Noble Knight Games. But he does
Nice! Oh, beautiful. So
Nice.
this thing comes in and its claws get so close to your face, but you knock it aside with your main gauche, and then what are you doing?
I'm withdrawing with the others. Can we all fit side by side in that
Yes,
passage?
absolutely.
Or do I
It's
have
like, it's
to-
like a
Yeah.
almost a 10 or 12 foot wide corridor, so you certainly have enough room.
So we're there.
Yeah, take your full
Okay.
move, man.
Okay, so you're going to be about equal with. Let me see. You were here, right, from before?
Yeah.
So 1,
He's probably a little
2,
past
3.
us.
Yeah,
He's
I think
faster than us.
you're actually just beyond the threshold of it now, Mo.
All right.
Okay,
So I'm gonna double move if I can with Jacob,
yeah.
or however that.
So
Take it outside.
you know, you're going to be able to move for sure your full move. Why don't you give us a strength check at plus 10%, minus 5 or minus 10 for the flux, plus 10 for something else.
So it can't. So
Or plus
it
20 for
cancels
something else.
out.
Yeah. Well, no, you actually have it plus 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so just, you know what, you're just feeling so poorly. You are certainly able to move your full move, which would be...
But I just can't grab my buddy.
Yeah. Oh, no, you can bring him along, too. It's just you're not going to be able to get the full distance. You can picture you've got him up, but you're sort of stumbling a little bit and moving. And
I don't want to trap myself. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Jacob, would you give us a fear check again?
All right. One of these has to work.
Seriously.
Oh,
90.
Oh, man.
it's under his skin. It's too late for him. Go on, save yourself. Save yourself.
I think what you can see is there are, whatever has got its hands on you, there are small, like greenish markings on this thing's skin. So it's got to be infecting you.
Yeah. No.
Okay. How do you think Jacob would react with that bad of a failure?
I mean, at this point, I think that, well, if for some reason someone was dragging him where he would even perceive it's anywhere near this thing, he would fight them. But considering we're going away from him, I think the reaction would be just to run off into the forest and to find a hole.
Why don't we do this then? Why don't you guys do contested strength checks? Let's see if Jacob yanks himself free and then runs out of the.
If he's trying to yank himself free, I'm not going to contest. I'll just let him.
Okay.
Unless.
Sure.
I mean, I'll be going.
Why drag him? Let him go. That's what I want him to do. Get out of here.
I'll be going the direction you're dragging me. So.
Okay. So you are racing out. Ah! And then this thing.
Let me go.
Goes racing up. And it's that, like it's running at full tilt towards you, Orderic, and then just stops at the threshold of the barrow.
Oh, dang.
And just is pacing back and forth.
Oh, that is awesome. Shoot, I don't think I have any missile weapons. I think, what's his name is... Oh, don't we have a bow somewhere? Didn't someone grab a bow?
Yes, Orderic has the Beastman's
Beastman bow.
Yeah.
That is.
Oh, and I mean, Jacob's got, once he recovers his sanity.
Yeah.
Or so. What will happen? We don't need to do this turn by turn. You guys can run out of the barrow, but then what you can see within is that small burning cooking fire. This thing walks over, kicks it out, so the barrow is cast into pitch darkness, and you guys cannot see. Now might as well just go back to this one here. You're looking at pitch blackness within there.
Wow, that's unfortunate. It can't escape.
So
but, the next person who goes.
Inhabitant.
Yeah, that's what I suspect too. With the original, so let it be a surprise when Lord Angeron comes back.
I wonder whether Lord Angeron has got its sword, because we saw it with an empty scabbard.
Yeah, that's curious.
Jacob, would you give us another check against your knowledge necromancy, academic knowledge necromancy?
That looks pretty good. Hang on a second. Let's see. Necromancy is a 29.
Excellent. So then what you're sort of, sitting outside, your companions definitely seem to be taking a little more, now that they've had a chance to catch their breath, they're running off to the bushes once again. Then you almost like coming back from a fugue state, you hear Orderic ask about the missing sword, and then you look over, and you seem to recall that there are certain of these things that are their swords are actually the way that the spirits first manifest. So they have because swords are so important to to warrior culture anyway. They sort of like their power vests through them. So if you had faced this thing with a sword, I mean, it may have been even worse. But with having the sword taken, almost weakens the creature.
Yeah, it appears that they may know their spirits because the fact that it was missing its weapon, surely a sword. It probably has affected the creature to our. Fortunately, because it would be even worse with it.
And it would be, I mean, again, like the undead are not necessarily, not necessarily, they're not the same thing as the chaos powers or the ruinous powers, but it doesn't take away from the fact that that sword would likely have some substantial power to it.
Yeah, it would be, finding that sword would be useful, but I don't know if we left anything. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be in the room it was in, obviously, or I would have it. So,
yeah,
I don't know what else we've not. Was there any place, Kevin, that we didn't look that we're aware of?
In the course of tearing apart all those rooms to get your to get the kindling that you needed to start that fire, then you found everything.
Yeah, perhaps
Suspect
the
Lord Angeron or someone else has it.
Yeah, that's what I suspect, right? I mean,
would
they
probably
locked it up.
you would probably consider it a prize.
Well, and I think that you've heard too, like the spread of these kinds of dark cults is not in the open, right? It's through the shadows and through hidden channels and secret passwords and stuff like that. And it's not necessarily that occult underworld does not necessarily all line up with the same things. So one way for, like, if you were a fledgling necromancer and you came across something that was devoted to the Lord of Change, that's not going to help you in your studies, but maybe someone in the underworld may want to trade that for something that is of necromantic power. Like, say, the sword of a barrow wraith. So they may very well have taken that, the purpose behind stealing it. They may want to, maybe Lord Angeron is wielding it, but it also may very well just be as simple as it was being used to trade for more, information specific to his faith, which is the Lord of Pestilence. So, with the barrow, or with you guys out of the barrow, you do have a moment to catch your breath again, and you guys can consider what your next steps will be. Why don't we we're a couple minutes early here, but why don't we take our mid-session break right now, and then when I come back, I'll try reloading that API and see if I can get the character sheets working again, and then if not, we'll carry on as is, and you guys can tell me what you're going to do next.
Nice.
It's like rolling dice on a real table.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
exactly. Craziness.
That's true.
So for those listening at home, we'll be back momentarily.
Okay. Now come in. You can hang out if you want. Want to go back out?
All right. So let's take a look at API script here. Let's see. All right. Okay, so we got the right character template. Oh, come on, you. Ugh. Well, 20. There are some aspects of navigating the site that are a bit of a pain in the patoot sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, let's do this. I'm just going to delete all my scripts that I have in here. And then I'll add in, let's see here, system specific ones. Havoc. Oh, where is it? Okay. All right. Now, okay, I'm going to hit refresh on this, guys. Let's see what happens here. All right, we're all back. And let's see here. Not out, okay. So let's see here. Or FE2E API script. Okay, so FRP, here we go. Add script. Okay. Boom. All right. So that has been added in. Try refreshing. Okay. Hot damn.
So that did it, huh?
That did it.
Very cool.
Good stuff. I'm glad we took the moment. So why don't you guys give a try to a roll, see if it works for you. Or maybe hit refresh first. Nope. There we go. Awesome.
It's good to keep in mind for any of us that, when something goes wrong that requires scripts.
Sometimes it's just a matter of refreshing them. Fuck, that's great. Oh, nice.
So you just went to the
what I did is
settings page in the game and
exactly. So what I did for those listening at home, if you're curious, if you have a similar problem on your sheets as well too, what I did is I just went into the if you go into the settings tab of your Roll20 game, you can go to game settings or you can go to API scripts. I went into API scripts. I removed all the ones that were there. I hit refresh. I refreshed on the game. I then went back in and then added in again. I didn't change the character sheet, so I didn't need to do that. It was just a matter of taking out the API script, adding it back in, and then it fixed the problem. So fuck yes. I think I mentioned to you before, Mo, I used to work for BT Technical Help Desk when I lived in Scotland. Thank you for calling BT Technical Help Desk. My name is Kevin. Can I start by getting your ADSL telephone number or previous reference number?
Wow.
What part of Ireland are you in? In the very, very...
Did you throw in the accent?
No, I didn't, but because of the hard R's, because the North American accent has a hard R, they think that it's, I only once was accused of being somewhere in India. Like, sir, I'm really not, because I think like right around that time is when there was a news program that came out that said that like all of BT's people were in India. So, what's your real name? My real name's Kevin, sir. It's nothing other than that.
Yeah, I think they're moving them back now, all of them. So.
To all drive lorries?
They're moving a lot of the call centres back, I believe. Sorry?
To all drive lorries? They're moving the call centers back. It's because they got an abundance of workforce in the UK. Oh man. Okay. So then, guys, with our dice, our character sheets now restored, have you guys given some thought into what you wish to do next? So you're in the middle of this darkened forest in the southern regions of one of the provinces of Bretonia. Somewhere out there in the woods are the Faceless. And I think, Jacob, you're actually quite good at navigating the forest, aren't you?
Let's see. I'm definitely good in the forest. I'm good at, let me check this. I'm good at
navigation?
Sneaking in particular. Yeah, so I'm good at sneaking in rural areas. Let me check, navigation, I'm not so sure.
It'd be an advanced skill.
No, navigation, no, sadly. I'm a 14 in navigation.
Ugh. Okay. What about outdoor survival? That doesn't help you with navigating, but...
Outdoor survival, I'm a 29.
Okay. So at least you may not starve. So there's that.
Well, I'm wandering around, lost.
So what do you think, guys?
Let's see. Well, we've taken the barrow as far as we can go, I suppose. It would seem. As far as physically addressing it, should we try to reunite with our erstwhile allies wherever they may have scattered? Who scattered them? Do we recall, Kevin? Who was at the forefront of the host?
Lord Angeron and his men were flushing the woods, as it were.
Okay.
And what the Faceless agreed to do is, if you were intent on following up on the rumors that his men had, or at least the things that his men had said about sighting beastmen, and mutants to the east of his encampment, they were going to draw Erimo's forces off. They're used to losing him in the forest, so that you could go and take care of this issue, or at least explore this issue. He still didn't seem sold on the fact that there were mutants in their midst, as it were.
Should we try to? We could try to reunite. find where the Faceless ended up to report back and see where they stand. We could try to deal with Lord Angeron ourselves in some manner by sneaking into his keep or some such and trying to find maybe the sword of this vile one, or what are other options, my comrades? What do you think?
I say we try to find the Faceless, right? And update them first. I don't know if we'll be able to sneak into
that'd
the
be
Lord's
ambitious.
keep, and
That'd be ambitious.
we don't. I mean, we have this guy with us, but I mean, are they going to take your word over Lord Angeron's? I asked the guy that we rescued.
Yeah, we should probably reunite.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna.
Is Mo in the call? Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Can't hear you, Mo.
Yeah, sorry, Mo.
Sorry. That's okay. I had the microphone down while I was taking a bite.
Okay.
Is Yannick still with us?
Yeah.
Or did he just run off? Okay, good. Well, I mean, we all heard him, and I'm sure my word is as good as Lord Angeron's at this point, if not better.
Well, hold on. That makes no sense. You didn't see anything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like
Sorry, yes, you're right.
It doesn't matter. You are well enough aware that the word of a peasant in Bretonia, it's not gonna be worth anything.
We need some actual evidence, and there was nothing in the room, was there? Mm-hmm. He's obviously being very careful. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think back to the Faceless, because I could do with some more help from their wise woman. I mean, sneaking into the castle is one option, and trying to find something incriminating.
Yeah.
Something incriminating.
But I think reuniting probably makes sense, and seeing what
Yes.
with our
We need to find
allies.
where my cousin is as well.
Right.
I think he's taken ill as well.
Right. Did he come with us originally? Yeah, he did, right?
Yeah,
But I assume maybe he just panicked and ran off or something.
could be. Yeah.
with that.
Honestly, like as with every campaign, I just don't care to dwell on the reasons for it. Who cares? It's a role-playing game. It's not we're not trying to stitch together a flawless narrative, so it does not matter. Then, with let's see here. With that in mind, what are your thoughts on how you're going to try and find these guys? Are you just going to kind of make your way? Does anybody have training in navigation? It'd be an advanced skill if you had it. I don't think so, right?
I don't.
Yeah, I think. Let's see here.
Nope.
Did Roland have it? 'Cause I thought somebody was making use of it last time. No, it's not. Not Roland either. Okay. Then untrained, yeah. So no, unfortunately, that will not help you. So it really comes down to luck, I suppose. So then, let's do this. Let's have you guys. Who's got the best outdoor survival? Is that Jacob?
29. Trained 29.
Okay. Yeah, so it sounds like you're the best. Why don't you give us an outdoor survival just flat? Normally, because you're starting characters, I would give you a little bit of a bonus, but we're going to make this a little more challenging.
Okay. Negative.
Okay. All right, so it is 5 hours of wandering. Now, you could spend a fortune point to re-roll that. 5 hours of wandering the woods before you're going to be found by the Arimo.
I'm going to hold off. 29% is a little low. And
Okay.
for a retry.
Okay. Then what happens is it's well into the morning of the next day because you guys did take some time to rest. So you're wandering around in the daylight. Let me move you guys over here. Give you a sense of what you're traveling through. And gotta get your tokens. Gotta get your tokens. Here we go. When you can see that there are a couple of scruffy-looking, what do you call it? Scruffy-looking. Well, actually, before that happens, there's one other thing that needs to happen. Garil, I need you to give us a toughness check now. Now, on the character sheets, are you able to add in persisting modifiers?
Yeah, you can. There's a field of MOD that you can throw in there. Yeah,
there is like under there.
Yeah.
Okay,
where you
cool.
can put a temporary temp, and I put -10 across the board.
Oh, great. Yeah. Okay, so then give us a toughness check for you, please.
Okay. Not good.
Okay, so here's what happens: is
Is
you
it
sort
getting
of
worse?
It's actually something a little different from that. You're still feeling worse, but you sort of stumble. You lose another 5%, but just to toughness right now.
Okay.
And you sort of stumble to your knees, and you guys look over, and you can see that there is some kind of pox that is beginning to form on his body.
Lovely.
Then, a couple of hours afterwards, you do come across some Arimo, and Ordric, like your color is all drained from you from the bloody flux, as is Garil, but Garil's added into that pale body. There are small marks of pox that are beginning to appear on his body, and they've got a greenish cast to them.
Garil, not to alarm you, but you do have some blemishes seem to be coming in. We do need to find that wise woman.
That would be great.
Now, I think Jacob, would you give us a perception check as well, too, please? Just going to see if you can who spots who here. No. Ooh. I think that's a critical failure, too. Doubles over, or is that only later edition?
Oh, I think that's a later, but
maybe critical failure is only like 98 to 100 in this. I think it's not quite as common in this.
Definitely in 4th edition that you'd be right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I trust the character sheet well enough. So then, what you guys you are surprised by these peasants, by these peasant sort of freedom fighters who come out and say, "Oh, you got lost, did you?" They seem to suddenly like come out from some bushes.
Yes, we were. And do we recognize them at all?
I mean, you recognize the way they are dressed. They are peasants who look like they've been living rough, and they've got some like medieval style or like old world style camouflage. So like smudge of charcoal or something on their faces to make themselves harder to see. And then they look over at Garil and Odring and says, "Core, what's happened to them?"
We've been fighting darkness. We were friends of the Faceless, and we were there when the vile Lord scattered us to the four winds, and we went to look into and ended up having to battle some of the darkness of the secret darkness of Lord Algil. So we're here to check in and find our allies.
What's wrong with them?
It was a place with much spoilage and unhealthiness, and so they've got
sick.
a bit of the runs.
The second one. Are they sick?
Well, they have the runs.
Oh, well, what's with that one? And sort of gestures at Gariel.
He's a bit pale. It's drained him entirely. He could use some of the herbs of your wise woman.
Why don't one of you guys go ahead and give us a charm check? I'll let you guys decide who wants to do that.
I am an untrained 25. That's a basic skill, but I'm 25.
I know Gariel bumped his fellowship up last time, so I'm not sure when. Although with the flux, it's going to make him less.
Right, it's at -10. Yeah, it wasn't great to begin with, but.
Oh, okay. Ordric, how about you?
Yeah, it's trained, but obviously it's 26 now.
Okay, so
Still better, at 1 point better than Jacob.
Yes.
Okay.
So why don't you? What do you say then, Ordric? It seems like they know that you're sick, and obviously, bringing sick people into a closed community is dangerous.
Well, I'm going to say, I was also injured fighting the foul Lord Ageron, but your wise woman healed me. Maybe you could take us close to the camp and get us to come out and have a look at us. We don't want to go directly all the way in.
Okay. I'll give you plus 10% to your charm check.
Sorry.
Good role playing.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah, I've got the because everyone's been going masked or not going in. Now that we're on lockdown, everyone's got this really nasty cold.
Oh shit.
Oh, hang on, not that one. That one. So plus 10.
Okay. Oh. Do you wish to spend a fortune point to reroll that?
There you go.
That question's been answered already. So you flash a bit of a roguish smile at them, notwithstanding your pale and pasty appearance, and they seem to agree. That seems like a reasonable course of action. You do want to reduce your fortune fortune point by 1, though. So they lead you back. It takes another couple of hours to meet up with where everyone is, and I will bring you guys over to their encampment once again. So here we are. I'll get rid of Roland. Goodbye, Roland. So, having brought to the edge of this, they run back in and talk to their talk to the encampment and to it looks like they're moving in. You recognize the it's not like it's an opulent tent, but it's a tent that is just distinctive enough to stand out as the Faceless's tent. Why don't you each give us a perception check as well, too? See if there's anything else you can pick up while I look up healing. Nice. 91. Okay, so Gariel, they were pretty spread out amongst the woods before, and it was, I think... No, it wasn't dark. It was daytime when you arrived before, too. Their numbers may be depleted. Looks like there may be less of them here than there was when you got here before. So it is a matter of a few minutes before the wise woman is able to come and see you, or at least the camp kind of chirurgeon. She comes over with something tied over her face as well, and she looks you up and down, and let's see if she can diagnose what's going on with you. Yep. So she first asks you what happened. What were you exposed to?
So we describe the profane temple as best we can. Do we know the names of the chaos gods? Is that common knowledge? Or
I don't think it's common. I don't think it's common knowledge. I think that that would be the kind of thing that people would fight against going around. as common as it seems in Warcraft Warhammer content, I just don't like it. It doesn't strike me that they would just know the names. These aren't like, these are horrific, world-ending forces. They're not like just the boogeyman or something like that. So
so I just say profane temple dedicated to disease, and we destroyed it, but we might have gotten sick from it.
So she does a quick kind of inspection of you guys, and what she tells you is that, Orderic, you have managed to contract the bloody flux. It's going to afflict you for 3 days. She may be able to provide something that helps cut that down. Rules as written, guys, the way that it works is once every 3 days, a character with a heal skill can attempt to aid the character, and on a success, it shortens the duration by 1 day. And then once you get it down to 0, then you're fine. Guriel, you have also contracted the bloody flux, but you also have contracted something called the green pox. The green pox is a much more serious disease. It can last up to 2 weeks, and for every day you need to make a toughness test, or you lose 5% from every characteristic. If your toughness is reduced to 0 or less, you die. If you survive, you must make a toughness test or suffer a permanent minus 10% penalty to fellowship tests based on physical appearance or good looks. So, let's quickly revisit what fate points can be used for. Because I feel like if you can use this to shake this disease rather than a slow death with a permanent disfigurement.
Does exposure to Guriel have any danger for Jacob?
Let's see here. Oh, because you brushed up against him, didn't you?
Well, he grabbed him.
I grabbed him.
Yeah.
I was leaving.
Oh, boy, yeah. Why don't you give us a toughness check there, Jacob?
All right. Okay, toughness. All right.
Nice.
Hey.
Okay, so you did not contract it. Good stuff. Now, the character can spend a fortune point to reroll. Yeah, I think fate points are normally only spent to prevent death from injuries, disease, or poison. But I think I would let you spend a fate point if you want to try and shake this thing off, Guriel. What do you think?
You mean like instead of? Well, I mean, I could have tried to spend a fortune to make that toughness test. And but you have to try to make toughness tests for 2 weeks.
It's toughness. So with green pox, it's toughness tests for 14 days.
Yeah.
And then and there's the death spiral aspect of it as well too. So
Right.
it's, and then if you survive it, you have to make a toughness test at minus 10%. Oh, sorry, no, you get a toughness test if you survive, and then if you fail, you suffer a permanent minus 10% on fellowship tests because of your face is covered by pox marks.
Right. Yeah.
So what do you think?
Yeah, I guess I have luck, but I guess I spend a fate point that reduces it.
Yeah, I think.
Fine.
I mean, this is not something that you need to deal with today anyway.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you're under her supervision for a straight week, if she succeeds each time, she could reduce it down. No, it's every 3 days.
Yeah.
So at most, she can help reduce the time of green pox by 4. So you could reduce it down to 10 days.
Weeks.
But even then, it's like 10 toughness tests. You would have fortune at the start of each day, but like...
Right. Okay, we'll see.
So yeah, you're in any event, like you're feeling poorly, and I think I said minus 5% to toughness. It's actually minus 5% to everything. So you're currently at minus 15% to everything. So,
right.
Damn you, Nurgle. All right. Now, what do you wish to do now? Oh, I guess the Faceless would come over to you as well. And he speaks to the what do you call it? The wise woman. Let me quickly check to see what you're healing there. Mo, okay. Okay. Let me just check. Healing. Naturally, it's one per month, or per week. But with a successful test, you could restore one more wound. So it'd be 2 days of treatment would get you up to the point where you'd start recovering 1d10 per day, as opposed to 1 per week. Yeah. So let's do this. Let's try and treat... Mo, why don't you give me a percentile roll, please? Let's see if the wise woman can assist you here. Okay, so you're not going to heal any further in the treatments and ministrations they're giving you. They give you some fresh food, but they are going to ask you guys to stay on the edge of camp. If you're carrying the green pox in here, they don't want everyone else picking that up. But then the Faceless will come over to you guys. Once again, he is looking like this, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hear what's not evident in the illustration is that it's clear he's wearing armor underneath there, mail and whatnot. So he walks over and says, did we ever give a name to the healer?
I don't know.
I'm going to say no, but I could take a quick look too. Let's see here. I just have her as healer.
Healer, okay. So her name will be Eleanor.
Okay.
So Eleanor, what he says is, Eleanor tells me that you have taken poorly. It seems that my men were not wrong in what they saw out there.
No, it was quite vile. It was something that should not exist, and we fought it. We were not able to vanquish everything there, but we did burn most of it with fire.
What did you see there?
We saw...
Well, you introduced him to this guy that we brought along.
Okay, so he repeats the story that he had told you guys, and the Faceless listens at length and says, "Go." So to give us a moment to speak, and the peasant, like a lot of. I think Odric, you would pick up, and maybe you this is just building on what you knew from before, but the way that the Faceless speaks to these people is the way that nobles in Bretonia speak to their lessers, as it were. And the peasant dutifully responds by, Yannick goes running over away and out of earshot from you guys. So he turns back, says, "Did any of you witness this? Did any of you see Angeron there? Or find any evidence of him?"
No, there was a expensively decorated room with foul carpet and wall hanging thing that his name forgets me. But we burned those along with the stings on the altar.
Right, there was no written word
We
incriminating
did find
him.
some possibly dubious gold that needs to be melted down, I think. However, we did destroy the altar. There did appear to have been a previous resident, if you want to be that way, that had risen. It seemed to have been captured by the cultists and possibly had its sword removed. but it seems to be restrained to within the barrow, so we left it be for the time being until we can get maybe some clerical help with that one.
I am less concerned with the interests of long dead kings and more interested in Angeron. Our distraction cost us dearly, and our saving you cost us lives. In the first instance, you found nothing to suggest or to place Angeron in that place, other than the word of a peasant.
Indeed.
I mean, the other thing, we could maybe wait and see if he goes back and catch him on site, or we could try and sneak into the castle and find some evidence there.
Do you think he would be so foolish as to keep anything within the castle? If he kept his presence at his shrine so concealed, so cleverly hidden, do you think that he would have something laying about his house?
Well, we think he might have taken the sword from the risen undead.
And does anything remain of that?
Well, the undead we were fighting had an empty scabbard.
And what would
obviously
that... He sort of sighs and he says, I don't believe... I believe you. I believe that what you are saying is true. But, and he kind of gestures back at the camp. He says, if these people are to take up arms against a noble, to spare their lives, we would need overriding proof, something that is without question that the Lord is behind them. And like Odric, you would know this as well too. Like if these things rebels took up, unless there is there's overwhelming evidence of this person being someone sworn to the ruinous powers, they will just take the other nobility will take that as an excuse to annihilate this the population here.
Well, do we have to say it's sorry, obviously maybe one of us two should then kill him. And that's just noble to noble.
Sort of sighs and he says, I cannot have these people take up arms in such a way. But
no, I meant we arrange it to the point where we don't have a mass battle, which I think is going to be better for everyone.
You're missing what he's saying. He's saying he can't have these people do that.
No, I meant
but you,
me, or my cousin, wherever he is. I think he's still being treated for the lurgy.
Again, if a player's not here and a character's not here, we don't need to come up with a reason for that. It doesn't matter. We're playing a game. We're not trying to put together a novel or something like that. So that character is not going to be... And the reason that I keep emphasizing that, Mo, is because you can't draw on those resources anyway, and you can't draw on those things. So continually kind of pointing out the absence of a character, it doesn't help you. It doesn't add to the story. So what he's saying is that he can't do this, but he can help you do that. Mm-hmm. If he is corrupted by chaos, as you say, then he will help you. He knows, for instance, that Lord Angeron goes to pray alone at the Grail Chapel every evening. We know that he insists on traveling there by himself and does not let any of his retainers accompany him. He claims that this is to allow for his personal connection with the lady.
Yeah, that seems quite suspicious.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So this Grail Chapel is not in the castle itself.
It is not.
Somewhere.
It is nearby. And no, as you are aware, sir, no right-thinking Bretonnian would set upon someone right-thinking Bretonnian would set upon a noble in prayer to the lady. However, if his prayers are to another master, we can show you how to access it. We can bring you to the temple or the chapel.
That certainly seems more profitable than trying to sneak into his castle.
Now, he is, for all of his faults, Lord Angeron is a capable warrior. He will be if you face him, you must expect the worst with him. He's a skilled adversary. You have proven your mettle thus far and surviving this experience, but I see you have taken ill. And you, Gariel, Eleanor tells me that you have this pox. You may not live to see the end of it.
Well, I think this is worthwhile to pursue, see what he's doing. It's hard to believe that he would go there on his own, risk his own personal safety without very good reason of not wanting others to see what he's up to.
We thought it curious that he taunted seemingly our forces, knowing that we would not violate the sanctity of a chapel to the Grail.
Mm-hmm. Yes, if you could show us where it is, that would be helpful.
Though I am somewhat surprised that the lady herself might not take action if someone is praying to the ruinous powers in her chapel. I wonder what's been going on there.
If that's what he's doing, yes. He may be there for other purposes.
Well, maybe we should visit during the day when he's not there to see if there's anything suspicious there. Because he may have been corrupting the chapel.
Do you know if there's Kevin, do we know, do we have any idea, is there usually a priest of some kind stationed at these?
Sometimes it was not a priest, it'd be a lady. And they generally kind of come and go. It's priestesses that are taken by the lady. And I believe that the priestesses are actually taken by the Lady of the Woods, I think she's the enchantress. It's the elves that live in the Lauren Woods. And then they come back as priestesses of the Grail. They come and go.
I see.
At the whim of the lady. But you're not wrong, Mo, to think that that if this was something to the lady that was corrupted, that she should have. You would think that she would do something.
Which is why I'd like maybe to look at it before we try and, ambush or face him down there.
It is right next to the castle walls, so it would be very difficult in the daylight to get in there. It's not impossible, but you're certainly able to try and get access there. That you may, give the game away if you're seen lurking around the chapel.
The other way would be to try and find one of these ladies and ask them if they know what's going on. Or is that something that would be too far away to get to in time?
Yeah, there's not. They sort of move at their own at the whim of the lady.
Did he say what time the Lord went there, Kevin? Did he?
Sunset. Sunset every day.
Yeah, I think we should stake this out and investigate what he's doing there.
Oh, you're muted, Carl. Sorry.
Possibly after a couple of days rest. Some more, I think, for some of us.
Do we have a couple days? I mean, in ambushes, it seems like the best.
Yeah, it's sort of.
Course.
Gariel has the green pox, burning through his system, and what do you think is going to happen if he becomes aware of the loss of the mount? He knows that the cell in the capital, Langell, is that the name of the place? He knows that was broken up, or if he is the master of it, he knows that was broken up, and then if this other one breaks up, then perhaps he might take some other action.
Yeah.
I think we've got to go. Well,
It's gonna accuse these guys as the cultists, probably. So yeah, I think we should go. I mean, as sick as we are, at the very least, I can give him a nice embrace. You die of the green pox, right?
So our plan is recon, or our plan. You're thinking you would actually attack him, Oderic? You would challenge him to a noble's duel?
well, I mean, we need to find some evidence, but obviously, if he's been dealing with the ruinous powers, he may be more afflicted in the way that some of the peasants were, like with boils and things. So,
Why are we going to be like noble about this? I mean, just ambush him, shoot him from range.
Well, the reason would be my understanding of such things are limited. But if it is at all believed that he fell to brigands, they may blame the Faceless. Whereas if he was legally challenged by another noble, then perhaps that would preclude them taking revenge for the noble's death on the population. Is that? And he looks,
Yeah,
and then
we
Jacob
sort of
looks
tried
at the
that
Faceless to
before,
see if he agrees.
it doesn't seem to be that that's a thing. Trial by combat or personal challenge.
There are circumstances when that could be appropriate, but like randomly challenging people to duels, particularly, think of what the consequence is if he just kills you in his town, right? Like where's the reason that code, duello and whatnot can be enforced is because of social pressure from it. But if you challenge someone and they don't value honor or nobility on its own,
Plus, he's trucking with ruinous power, so to me, there's.
And as a reminder,
relinquish his right for any sort of. Be nice to him.
Yeah, and like the ruinous powers, any trucking with the ruinous powers is considered treason to the crown. So anybody is a good citizen to the king by destroying and killing someone who is guilty of treason.
Yeah, sure. We'll have to, prove it on the back end, but.
Well, I mean, maybe we could just taunt him and get him to verbally.
But then no one's listening, so it's not like we're recording it, out of character, right? No one's listening.
We're
gonna have to deal with this ourselves. I mean, Gurl's being very practical. We have to deal with this ourselves. We found no written evidence that he would implicate himself. If even if he goes in front of the town and says, "I am, a scion of some ruinous power," so what? They can run away, or he's going to cut him down, right? I mean,
what does the Faceless think of us just slaying him?
I think me to slaying him.
So the Faceless says if he is guilty of the crimes that you have accused, I took up arms against him, thinking him simply a corrupt, corrupt and abusing his station. If he is guilty of what you say, he should die.
But you don't think they would take it as revenge on the people if, is there a chance of that?
If he is guilty of what you say, and someone unconnected with these people, and he gestures back to the camp, kills him, then nothing would tie back to them. For surely it would be known that it was outsiders who came.
Okay.
Yeah, that works for us.
Then, and he sort of, it's still fairly early in the day. Should you take your repast, rest here, and then bring you for this evening?
Yeah, I think so. Time is of the essence, I think, here, as you say.
Okay.
Is there anything the witch hunter can give us temporary relief? He said the bloody flux.
Let's see here. Why don't you give us a actually both Orderic and Guriel, give us a percentile roll, please. She wasn't able to do anything about Ordric's wounds today, unfortunately. No, and nothing for the bloody flux, unfortunately, either. I think I'll let you roll a second time. She would spend fortune points. She's a character, so she would have fortune points. She would spend those to try and re-roll. Because especially knowing if you guys are champions. Oh, yeah. God dang. Oh, well.
It's very serious. It's very bloody.
Yep. It's the subtext that you never see.
Going from 40, metagaming wise, going from 45 to 30 is kind of sucks, right?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, but Garil, you have one more. Let's because you're also dealing with the pox. So give us one more roll. And she'll spend a fortune point on that as well.
No.
Oh, good Lord.
Yep.
All right. So this is what I was saying is this is the subtext beneath every adventure story is they don't know that you're actually shitting yourself through the entire, final triumphant encounter.
Well, we'll see.
All right. So then, guys, you are brought before the what do you call it? You're brought back to. Well, first off, is there anything you wish to do during the day? Jacob, you can recover a bunch of stones again too, so you'll have your full complement.
I mean, is there any way that we can procure? I mean, do you need like a special skill to fire bows or crossbows, or?
It depends on the weapon. I think crossbows. Certain things are like you need to have weapon specialist in order to use them.
But if they have a short bow that I could use, that might be okay.
Yeah, they would definitely.
We've got a couple of bows off the beastman.
But those were like big long bows, weren't they?
Oh, sorry, of course, yeah.
Yeah, and also like this isn't like D&D where you can just pick up something from something else. This is something that is clearly made by a beastman. You would be thought of trucking with the ruinous powers by using it.
Oh, right. In that case, you'd better to dump those then.
Yeah.
Break them. Destroy them, right?
Yeah. But I mean, if you want...
but short bow would be nice.
Okay, so let's see here.
We're not going to...
a regular bow is an ordinary weapon.
Okay. Yeah, regular bow is great.
Yep, so and it does damage is 3. It has a range of 24 or 48. And it has a reload of half. So you can kind of sit there and fire each round. Oh, short bow is... Yep. What's the cost difference between the two? No, it's not huge. Crossbow is an ordinary weapon too, but I don't think these guys would have access to crossbows.
No, I don't think.
Yeah, it's peasants.
And it's a SB. It's no SB, right? It's just or the SB3 or SB times 3.
No. There's no SB. It's just a flat 3. You don't add your strength bonus to range weapons.
So you just put 3 under mod, I guess.
Yes. Yep. And then it should say no strength bonus.
Yeah, no strength bonus.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
And the range was what was the range again? 24.
Range is 24/48.
Okay.
Jacob will dote on his horse a little bit.
Oh, how come I always? Is it Ninny?
Ninny.
And your doubts. Then I go, I don't know, and then I can't remember. That's how this goes.
It is Ninny.
I believe it is Ninny, though. Yeah.
Okay. It only took us 5 sessions to get the name right.
Ninny it is.
All right, there we go. Committed to memory
Confirmed.
Now. All right, just in time for Ninny to die of green pox. I mean, I'm sure the horse will be fine.
No.
On the downside,
Ninny.
you've lost your best friend. On the upside, you have a lot of glue now. So there's that. All right. Then, guys, if there is nothing else, then what we will do is transition to you guys arriving at the lookout, looking down at the chapel. Now, from the clearing, or where you guys are seeing this is the chapel is adjacent to the what do you call it?
The town.
Not the town, the keep itself, because the keep is just outside of town. And what you the distance from the clearing into there has got to be at least 100 yards. So if what your plan was to try and snipe him, he is, as is common amongst the nobility, at least for knights, he is going to pray in full armor and adorned with a massive great sword as well. So what's the plan here, guys? Are you to wait for him to get in there and then sneak in after him, or what?
What's the layout of this chapel? How what could we expect in there?
Chapel is a rectangular stone building, 8 yards by 12 yards, with a vaulted ceiling, fleur-de-lis windows of clear glass over the doors, and stained glass windows depicting the Lady of the Lake bearing the Grail at the far end. It is one large structure. And there will be an altar in the thing as well.
So probably one room.
One room, yeah, one long, 12-yard long room. There will be pillars and such in there as well, and there may be like one or two benches to sort of like pray at, but it's not. It's not going to be much more than that.
And Jacob could go in. I could go in and try to find some place to hide.
From what the Arimo tell you, like, he is accompanied halfway by guards and then sends them back, and then he makes the rest of the way into the chapel and then prays there himself.
Well, Oderic was thinking, could we get in there before he does and like lay low?
He goes at sunset, so you'd either be risking being spotted during the day, or you would, so you risk being spotted during the day, and then...
Yeah. How long does he normally spend in there?
Several hours.
Oh, all right, so if he sends them back, we could go in like an hour or so after he started, and then...
Yeah, when it's dark.
And when it's dark, your chances of being spotted are much, much, much less.
Okay.
What's the moon like tonight?
This evening, it will be overcast.
I mean, we'll just, if we make noise or stink, that's something
so
people detect us.
I can't remember. So Garil's got, I know, night vision.
Yep.
And does Jacob?
I don't think so.
I think he did. Yeah, he's got night vision. He does.
Okay. So, Order, you could be led along by these guys. They're going to be able to see quite a bit better. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to give any chance of you guys because it's a darkened field with no light coming from it. There is light coming from inside the chapel itself.
Yeah, so we can use that as a beacon, or at least,
Yeah, so you know precisely where you're going.
Yeah.
So then you... if you guys are waiting for him to get in there beforehand, then, and like, I'm not saying that it's impossible for you guys to get in. We'll leave it to the stealthy rolls. What is it called in this game? Not move silently. It's
silent move.
Silent move. Isn't it hide? Because I'm trying not to.
Let's see. There's silent move and there's concealment.
And hide. Yeah.
Concealment and
concealment. I think is for like weapons. I thought, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, I think concealment is we looked it up before. Concealment is actually is the hide skill in this game.
Hiding, yeah. And then silent move and concealment, I think, are the two.
Yeah, concealment is to hide from unfriendly eyes. So you get a bonus of plus 10% from the sort of the terrain that's there, and if you're waiting for precisely, well, actually, if you're doing it during the day, that's kind of the extent of your chance. The chance of them spotting you
goes in and go at night.
Yeah, so it's up to you guys.
I'm better at both in the rural areas if this qualifies.
It does qualify, most definitely. This is definitely a out of the off the beaten path kind of holding. The other thing I guess to bear in mind is that the Faceless did mention him as being a fearsome opponent. So if you guys do get caught alone with him. Yeah. So what do you think? You can try and sneak in and position yourself in the chapel beforehand, or you can go afterwards.
I think.
Yeah, I think afterwards.
And it's a stone building. What's the roof that made of?
The roof is going to be made of
tiles,
wood.
slate tiles or something.
Yeah, like treated wood and such.
Oh, treated wood.
Yeah.
So more like some of those Nordic churches, maybe.
Mm. So then, as you guys are approaching this, what you can hear, why don't you each give us a perception check, please? Let's see how you do. Nat 100. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right. So you guys can hear the sound of someone speaking within the chapel. Once you get within about 10 yards of it, you can hear this. There are flickering lights that seem to be suggest that there are candles or something that is lit from within, and there is a voice speaking within there. As you guys approach the door is closed. You can still hear that voice coming from within. What do you
Like a
wish to do?
single voice?
Single voice, yeah.
And the doors are
Common or some other language?
You can't make out right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, look at your perception checks.
All right.
Yeah.
Can we try and get a bit closer?
Let's get in. Let's just move in.
Yeah, you're at the door.
doors closed, you said, Kevin?
The door is closed, yes.
Yeah, Jacob will do his best to quietly
Sure.
open the door.
Give us a concealment check. Or actually a move silent check at plus 20.
All right.
You got all the time in the world to make this work here.
Does the rural kick here? No.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
This is not
Here we go.
awesome, though. So you very carefully turn the thing, and there's no sound. Like even the mechanism popping does not hit, and you carefully push the door open.
Jacob is holding his breath for that creak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
what you can see within is, let me get the, I have an illustration that'll work well for this feller. Now, the markings will be a little different, but this is effectively the armor and weaponry that he holds. At the far end of the chapel, at the altar, Lord Enguerrand is standing, reading from some kind of heavy book. But there is something deeply wrong with the words he is using. Does anyone speak any of the arcane languages? I don't think any of your classes would expose you to that stuff, but...
Unless Kaz lead is...
No, that's
then no.
Dwarvish.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I don't think it's it counts as arcane.
No. Okay, so then... Would... so that you can see him, you can picture at the far end of this thing, there's the stained glass behind him as well, too. Who failed by the least? Jacob.
Jacob. I led the party with my 4 levels of failure.
You can see exactly. I'm the last loser.
Yeah.
So what you can see at the far end, from the inside here, the stained glass, the detailed, beautiful stained glass window at the back of the chapel, just beyond him, of the lady lifting that grail out from the water. There is a weeping sore on her face.
Well,
So-
let's just do something. Let's just get this guy. Get
He
the book,
continues
destroy the book,
chanting.
Get the guy. Yep.
What are you guys going to do?
I don't know. Should I can try to step in and take a shot. Stop him. He's perverting the lady, right? So,
Yep.
with this stuff. I'm not even gonna, even though I'd like to say something, probably not. No monologue here.
Okay, no monologue, all business.
We didn't
Yeah.
see anyone else, right, Kevin?
There's no one else in here, no, and no one else even anywhere near here. And
Right.
noticeably, you did not see the you did not see this corruption of the stained glass from outside. So he's
And there's
speaking
like-
in this blasphemous tongue that you guys don't recognize. Gabriel, go ahead and make your shot. Yeah, you can assume
That's
you
what
get
I'm
a
doing.
plus.
Well, I guess I don't know. I guess I didn't tell anyone what my plan would be, but it's okay.
Okay.
He's just Gorilla's just
Yeah, Jacob
upset
looks
and
over.
angry.
looks over to whisper something to Goril, and Goril just
Fires.
And
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna miss. I'm likely gonna miss.
I'll whisper, wait, we weren't going to do no one expects the Inquisition speech.
So go ahead and make your attack roll there, Gorilla. Hits the back of the walls, knocks over some of the things, some of the what do you call it? The votives that are set up at the back, and Engeron spins, and from within that armored helm, he says, it looks back, and then continues chanting, and you can all feel there's like a wave of power that is something is happening here. So you guys are 12 yards away from him right now. Let's all click on our tokens and roll initiative.
Okay.
All right.
Initiative. Where is that? There it is. 28 again.
Okay. All right. So
Good,
then,
Jacob.
the Lord Engeron is chanting at the far end. Jacob, what do you wish to do? You're up first.
So Jacob, so they're all looking in, and we're all looking in, and we're seeing this this blasphemy, and Jacob's, I guess, the one that sees most clearly the defiled glass of the lady, and so he looks over cleverly with something certainly clever to say, and tries to whisper to Goril, just to see Goril leap from his crouch, and so Jacob kind of scrambles.
Yep.
In and tries to start getting his sling going, and he's going to sling a stone.
Oh, here we go. There we go. That's the one I'm looking for.
Nice.
Trying to find the appropriate music for our final fight here.
Indeed. He's
All
been
right.
working on his velocity on his stones, and
Excellent.
so he's going to let one fly.
Please do.
Aha!
Success.
Oh, wow.
10
Good
damage. Holy smokes.
Smoke. That's good.
The sling does +4?
It does 3, but then my
Strength.
talent makes
Oh,
it 4.
his talent. His talent. You got that
Oh,
new
right.
talent.
Yeah. That is amazing. Okay, so then it is, let's see here. His
David and
toughness
Goliath.
and
I
his
don't know.
armor applies. Okay, so he is hit and he stutters. And is in the word. So then it is his turn. He looks back at you, hefts up that massive greatsword of his, and begins stalking towards you guys. He's still speaking in that tongue. He's not like, you can feel that whatever power was accumulating has been disrupted without him focusing on the book, but he's coming, as the kids say, to fuck you up. So
He wasn't holding the book then.
Sorry? The book is on an
holding the
altar.
book. Oh, I see. It's on.
Yeah. So now hold on. I need to check one. Oh, it's on my
You need
screen.
a-
Oh, bad.
No.
Okay, hold on here.
And the book's on an altar. There's like an altar with candles and all that kind of stuff.
Yes,
Lit
yeah.
up.
At the end, where normally a lady in service to the Lady of the Lake would be actually doing the prayers and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Okay,
It's
so
12 yards away.
So he is. Here we go. Movement. That's what I was looking for. His move is okay. Oh, here we go. Combat move. I was looking at him like, Jesus Christ! Like he moved 48 yards. No, that's per minute, dummy. Reading comprehension is key, Madison. All right, he's able to stalk forward 8 yards. He's only 4 yards away now. Bringing this thing in. Goril, you're up next. What are you doing?
Real. Goril's gonna say destroy the book, and he's gonna charge this guy.
Okay, nice.
Goril's fatalistic and he's gonna die anyway, right? With the bloody flex, so might as well.
Yeah,
or the green pots. But he says destroy the book. Make sure he doesn't get out. So basically trying to close the door.
Okay.
So he's gonna try to attack. Dude, is there anything
Okay,
for
so
charging?
let's see
or-
here. Hold on. He had his.
I'm 4 yards away. So
Well, he had
I
his.
can charge.
Wait, you had your longbow in your or your short bow in your hand last time. So
right.
free action to drop that.
Yeah. Draw a hand axe.
Yep. Draw your axe. Mm-hmm. And then let's see here. Ready weapon is a half action, and then a charge attack is a full actually.
Okay, so I can't charge.
You could, however, ready an action if you like. Like you could.
How do you mean?
Well, like you could, so that if he gets in, you can make the attack first.
You know, I don't know. Is there a way to get around him?
To get around it, you can picture he's sort of stalking down this thing. It is 8 yards wide, so yeah, you could try and like if you want to just race forward and engage him.
Yeah, I think that's. I don't know. I think it might be better to like. So I say I look like I'm gonna charge him, but it might be better to feint and then run around him and get to the book.
Yeah. You know, here, let me do this, guys. This might be an easy way. It's not going to be pretty.
Yeah.
But let me just do this here. Get rid of this thing, and let me just put a box down here. Draw shape. It's got to be green because it's corrupted, right? Wow. And let's put it about like that. That's about 12 by the right proportions, you know.
Yeah.
So then he make him a little smaller here. So he's stocked up to about here.
Yeah, we're over here.
And you guys were over there. So you could race forward and engage him, allowing your allies who are back at the door here.
Yeah,
to make their way around.
I think. Yeah. I think that's what I'm gonna do, but I don't think I can attack, right? Because I have to draw.
No, and also that means you don't have a parry readied either.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. Awesome. Love it.
I mean, can I attack or no? I can't.
No, you can't attack because you need to move as your other half action.
What if I like?
Wait.
Okay.
But I think fortune points, can't they be used to get another action?
Yeah. So I thought I was going to ask if that's.
Let's double check here. I'm fairly certain. Let's see here.
Gives me 2.
Fate and fortune. Gain an extra parry or dodge, so you can't take an extra action.
But it'll help me
or an extra half action. Yep. So you can spend a fortune point to attack as well.
Yeah, I'll just attack him.
And then you could also spend the extra point if you need to parry.
For the parry, yeah.
Yep. So yeah, go ahead, make your attack. He doesn't have a parry available right now, unless he spends a fortune point. Does he have fortune points? Let's see here. He does not. Let that be a lesson to you.
Bitch.
Okay. But you have engaged him now. So then, Orderic, you're up next. What are you doing, Orderic?
So the book is like over here somewhere.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Role playing the bloody flux. Just kindly don't do anything else to simulate
I had food
it.
poisoning last weekend. I'm going to effectively run around and try and get to the book on the altar. So that is 12 yards away. So
look at the level of authenticity we strive for here.
Wow.
On the Dungeon Musings
No
YouTube
expense spared.
channel. Exactly. Hundreds of man hours spent to simulate that book.
Indeed.
That is
It's full.
haphazardly threw down into a neon green sphere.
Nice.
All right, so Order, what are you thinking of doing then?
Effectively, I'm going to circle round and try and get to the book.
Sure. What's your move rating? Your M?
4.
Yeah,
4.
16.
So you could move at 8. You could charge at 16, or you could run at 24. So I think if you just race down there pell-mell, you can make it there.
Yeah, effectively, I'll just run, but I'll run around. So
Around, absolutely. So you got more than enough movement to get there. So you're down at the book. Jacob, what are you doing?
That is,
Jacob, seeing Orderic going for the book, will pop another stone into the sling and let it fly.
Okay. So firing into melee is what?
Minus 20?
Minus 20 penalty, okay?
I think.
That sounds about right. I know they got the... Let's see here. Advanced, basic skills. Combat difficulty, here we go.
Don't miss.
Let's just say minus 20. I think that is... that does sound right. Minus 20 is like the catch-all.
I can look in the meantime, too.
Okay, so go ahead.
That's a miss anyway.
Shit, that's a miss. You want to spend a fortune point?
I'm going to wait.
Yeah, you only got that one left.
Yeah,
All
one
right.
left.
Lord Angeron. And I'll roll in chat because that's been kind of fun.
Yeah.
All right, so Angeron has, let's see here. So he's specialist in this shit. He sweeps, and he has 2 attacks. Oof, and he's got dodge blow as well. My goodness, this guy. All right, can I play this guy in the next game? No? All right. He has no fortune points, though. So, first sweeping blow, he has a 58% weapon skill. Oh, and I'm just going to... last thing I said was you're muted, Mo. That is not what I need. Here we go. Sweeps with that great sword of his once. Whoa! Well over your head, Gareel. But then he has his second attack. Now, is it a full action? Okay, I got this. He swings again. Fucking hell. Both misses, Gareel. You need not make use of your thing. But he smashes, I think, with the missed blow. You can see that thing carve through the things. Minus 20. There we go. So, yeah. We knew it was lurking around back there. Smashes some of the benches that are near you. If this thing hits it, it's going to hurt a lot. But, Gareel, it's your turn next. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm going to attack him if I get lucky.
Please do. Come on, Gareel.
Jeez.
You got quite a bit of 2 points of 2 fortune points left.
Yeah. Well, I'll use a fortune to attack, and then a save one. But so then I'm only doing a half action, right? So I can save a parry, just in case.
So you save a half action for parry. Yep.
Yep.
So are you spending the?
I'm spending it to re-attack.
To re-roll. Yep. Go right ahead.
Yeah, of course.
Come on.
Yep.
For this exact same roll.
I know, that's weird. I should have just pressed use a fortune point. Oh, well.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. All right. So then that is, unfortunately, a miss. Orderic, you're at this blasphemous tome. And you can see that in the pages of this thing, it looks like disgusting, like... the pages themselves are clearly made from some kind of flesh, and it seems from the markings and stuff on them, they are something flensed from the flesh of someone who died, from something similar to what either you or Gareel are afflicted by. What do you want to do?
You said there's candles and stuff on the altar?
Yes, there are. Yep, nearby, votives.
So just candles, no larger...
Just candles. What are you doing?
Have they got one of those big candles?
There's candles there. What are you doing?
I'm just going to grab some candles and just
try and
jab it into the book. Just try and set it on fire.
Sure. Okay, so you grab and you're holding it up against there. So then that's what you're doing with your round. Next is Jacob.
Jacob is letting fly with another stone. With his talent, he's easily able to flip another stone to the sling. He uses a half action to aim and a half action to fling.
Okay.
Minus 20 for engage, so he's
I didn't know you were also taking levels in Bard.
Yeah. Minus 10 net. No.
Okay. Another one of the votives smashes on the side.
Yeah.
Then it is Lord Angeron's turn. Now, what I need from you, Orderic, is would you kindly give us an agility check? And remember to have that you're still afflicted by the bloody flux.
Yeah, I've actually put in the modifier now.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you're holding that thing up against there, and you see that there is a little bit of movement in it, and there are a peal of maggots that seem to come wriggling out from within the book and crawl up onto your hand. Let's see here, and you've got let's see how much damage they do. Only one right now, so it's your tough. It's not going to get through your toughness, but they're sort of biting and stinging at you. You're like, ah! Do you want to keep holding the candle up against the thing, or do you move your hand back?
No, I'm going to drop the candle on top of the book.
Okay. Ugh. And get back, so you just got to deal with getting these maggots off of you.
Yeah.
Then Lord Angeron, once again, brings that great sword up and around. That is a hit. So, Gareel, why don't you give us a parry?
Attempt to parry. Nope. Oh, close.
You want to spend a fortune point to reroll?
Yep. I'm going to spend a fortune point to reroll.
Okay. Go. Yes!
Yes.
Nice.
So,
Minus one,
hits,
but-
sparks fly from where your axe, knocks this thing aside. And then he carries it around with a sweep and then brings it down for a second attack. That's a hit as well.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Okay. Well, this is a guy who's, he has decades of experience as a knight. Mm-hmm. So let's see here. The damage will be, I'll roll it in chat as well, too. So 1d10, exploding, plus, and if it explodes, I'll just make sure I roll a second time, or another time for, see if it hits. 4, 5 plus 5. All right. Oh, and it's a great sword, so what does that do? Great weapon has impact. That does roll 2d10 for the damage and pick the higher result. So I'm just going to roll a second time, and I'll pick the higher one. So it'd be 9 points of damage. Okay. So subtract your armor and subtract your... you know what? Because this is a final fight, let's do hit location.
Yeah, we need to know where it is.
25 is... where is it here? Where is the hit location on my DM screen? It's not there. On the second DM screen. This is how prepared I am for your sessions, guys. I bring 2...
So 9 points of damage. 9 points of damage.
Right arm. Yeah, to your right arm.
Right. All right, so it's at least -1.
Okay, so -1 from the armor, plus, and then minus your... subtract your toughness as well, too.
6. Okay.
Okay.
So he's got 9. Okay. There you go. 9 left.
9 left. All right,
Okay.
so he hits you. Then Gareel, what are you doing?
Attack.
Please do.
Maybe I'll get lucky.
Here we go. Come on. Remember, you can choose to all-out attack as well, too, which gives you like a plus 20, I think, to hit.
Okay. Sounds good.
The downside to that is it's a full action, and you cannot dodge or parry.
Yeah. Okay.
Bucket? Okay. Go ahead. So plus 20% to your attack range. Come on. Shit.
Oh, well.
All right. Ordric, what are you doing?
So this thing's still on my arm?
Yes, give us an agility check to try and shake this thing off. The candle does seem to be burning, though. Still. No fortune points left.
Jacob, burn the book.
Okay.
Can I grab a... Well,
The book does seem like it's going to burn. The candle is burning on it. From where Ordric dropped it, it's right on there, so it does seem like it's going to catch
nice.
fire. It's just that it was defending itself against Ordric.
Sure, yeah.
so that agility was my entire
That's
actions.
a half action.
Well, can I grab up another candle?
Yeah, and just like drop it on there?
Drop it on it?
Yeah. Done.
There aren't any oils or unguents on the
Now you can
altar.
see.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just drop it on.
Okay, so another one on there. Jacob, what are you doing?
Letting fly with another stone.
There we go.
Loads up and half action aim, so a net -10 because of the
Okay.
engaged. There
Success.
we go.
Nice.
Oh my god!
Left arm, 11 points of damage. Wonderful. All right, so then he has 7 points of armor, so that is 4 more damage on him.
And he lets out with a little ha ha.
He snarls at you. "Ah, you'll be next."
Jacob
Then-
swallows, but tries to
I guess
hide it.
technically it's actually Lord Angeron who's next here. So, these things are chewing on your arm. Still can't get through your toughness, Ordric. They're leaving nasty welts on your hand as they're gnawing away at you, but there's no actual damage yet. Probably because you're keeping it at bay. Now, Lord Angeron turns once again on this pesky dwarf. Yeah! Sweeps that massive sword again. That's a hit.
Yeah.
All right. Damage is 1d10 plus 5. Yep.
Have you got a parry?
No. All out attack.
And out of fortune points as well, too.
Yeah.
Oh, and I get to roll because impact. So the best one is 12.
12.
And that is on 91. 91 is your left leg.
Left leg. Okay, so yeah, I think he's down.
Shit.
I have like toughness of 2 right now. The sickness. So.
Oh no, your toughness, your calculated, your derived attributes, they stay the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so I actually have. So I have. If that's the case, then I actually have 10 left, and then
Nice.
I just took 12 minus 3, 9. So I have 1 left.
Outstanding. Okay.
1 left.
All right, and then his second attack.
Yeah, but a second attack.
Yeah.
Take me down.
Misses.
It's a miss.
So you stagger as it hits you in the leg, and I think you stagger to the side. Sparks fly as this thing cuts across the stone floor. Gareel, what are you doing?
Just gotta keep attacking.
Hold on, you are
All out
majorly
attacks.
wounded right now.
Okay.
Let's see here. I don't know if there's something that happens
Well, oh, okay.
with that. Because once you're down to one...
Is it from 1 wound or is it
No, it's just if your wounds are down to 1, 2, 3, it may only affect the healing, and I may just be a demi. Let's see here, because you were heavily wounded. I don't see anything here.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Nope, you're so far up in front. It's just gonna take you a while. That last strike's gonna be something that you'll live with for a while. But Gareel, what are you doing?
He's gonna all out attack.
Yes, come on. Let's see that hit. Fuck you, game.
Yeah, I know. Oh well.
All right, then it is Orderic. Hold on, what I'll let you do, you are on the cusp of death here. You could spend a fate point as a fortune point if you want.
No, I mean, I'll save it to... We'll see what happens.
See what happens?
It's
Okay.
better to save it to... I probably have to spend 1 to get rid of disease and 1 to survive. If I get to
Yep.
down, right?
Orderic, if you can see Gareel is giving it everything. He's throwing all caution to the wind, trying to cut him down. If Lord Angerond was facing 2 adversaries, Gareel would have hit with that last... Oh, no, he wouldn't have. But it would have given him a better
I've been
chance.
closer.
Yep. Orderic, what are you doing?
So we've got 2 candles on there and it appears to be catching.
Yep.
In that case, I'm going to move back to try and engage Lord Edremont.
Okay, so he
Scoring
is
as I go.
8 away from you, which
You can
means...
charge him.
Yeah.
Well, at the moment, I'm not carrying any weapons out. Of course.
Oh, you have no fortune points left either. Yeah.
Unless you want me to burn a fate point. Can I do that?
Nah.
You could hit him with your shoulder.
Yeah, I could try to tackle him.
Well, yeah, I mean, I could just try and, like, knock him to the ground.
So, half move for you. Actually, you can move up to engage with him as a half action. Because he's only 8 away, and with your movement, it's 8. So you could draw a weapon and move up to him.
Yep.
As a half action, or as a
No, 2 different actions. Half action to draw your weapon, half action to move up to him.
So what about just trying to effectively body check him to the ground?
You would charge in with an attack. He's a heavily armored thing. It's unlikely, and he's really fucking big.
Well, I was thinking more rugby tackle on the legs, but
Yeah, knock him down.
Okay, yeah. I'll
Again,
then-
like it's a child trying to take down a said rugby player.
No, not with the legs, but that's a discussion for something else.
Yeah. All right, so you're going to go in and try. So, did you draw the weapon as well?
yes, yeah.
Okay, there's a
Okay,
gang
you're
up
gonna
bonus
just
here.
Draw. Okay.
Jacob, what are you doing?
Let him fly.
Here we go.
So right. All right. Same as with the half action aims. Got a net -10.
Use it.
Oh,
Yeah. 1 fortune point left.
Sure. All right.
Okay.
Spin the fortune.
Hit!
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. Boom! Right in the
on my
head,
head.
too. All right, so his...
It's a bong.
Yeah. 7, so it's another 4 points of damage that gets through. Then it is Lord Angerand's turn. So first, he's going to sweep and hit one of you, try and go for each of you. So Gareel, this is against you. Ooh. Let's see
He's
here.
down.
10 exploding plus 5. Oh, remember, we roll critical hits, so you're not necessarily... Oh, you are down when you're below, but there's a critical hit too. Let's see. So 10 for the 1, but it's a impact 14, and that is 33 is to the right arm again.
So he's going to be at like -10.
-10. Okay, so then we roll. Let's see here. Critical hit to your arm. Oof. So let's see here. Where's the critical thing, matrix thing? Where is it? Where is it? All right, so you're going to be at -10. Would you give us a percentile roll, please? Higher is better here for you. 79. So that sweeping attack severs a major artery. After a fraction of a second, you collapse with blood pouring out of the ruins of your shoulder. Death from shock and blood loss is almost instantaneous, but this is why you have fate points. So he carves through. Gariel is now a one-armed dwarf. His right arm having been severed away by Lord Angeron's sword. And you're still at 0. You don't go below. You just suffered that. The -10 helps us figure out how bad the injury is. Then he spins his greatsword around, goes for Odric. Miss! Gariel is down, unconscious, and with it, so mark yourself down to 3 fate points. You've survived from some miraculous way. And then Orderic, what are you doing?
I'm going to fight, but can I call out to the lady, help us please? And then I'm going to attack him.
Yep.
So can I draw the main gauche as attack for half action and draw the main gauche with the other one?
I think as calling out to the lady, you will gain 1 fortune point back.
Cool. All right.
Okay. And then you've got, so to draw the main gauche would be a half action.
Then an attack for a half action?
Yeah, and you can attack for the half action, yeah.
Right.
Your fortune point is at 1 right now. You want to spend that new fortune point?
Yep.
Oh,
So
come
close.
on. All right, Jacob, what are you doing?
Jacob's going to let fly again.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, so close.
No more fortune.
No more fortune points. Lord Angeron turns to Orderic. You'll fall next. No, not with that roll, he won't. And then his second attack is a hit. Orderic, you got your parry.
Yeah.
Look out, Orderic.
Come on. No! No!
Down.
Okay. Plus 5. Let's see here. And the second roll. So 10. And this would go to, what was my to hit? 21, so 12. That hits you right in the head. Do you have any head armor?
No, I've just got the jack, which actually didn't come with a...
No,
Unless you
it
say
did
they
not
gave
come
me
with a
another
cap.
cap or
So
anything.
that means, so it's a 9. Give us a percentile roll, please, Mo.
Sounds bad.
Yeah. 43. All right, where is that? Here we go. 43 against 9. Ulrich's pleasure. Your attack kills your opponent in whatever spectacular and gore-drenched fashion you care to describe. So, assuming you're going to spend a fate point, this thing, its greatsword just clips the side carving away part of your scalp and rendering you down bloody and unconscious. And this thing then turns to you and just points Jacob.
So how's he look? Does he look at all?
Can you see his health bar?
Oh, good point. Good point.
Yeah, just to give you a...
I can.
Okay, so he's looking pretty banged up, but he's wearing a lot of armor.
I mean, the wee folk, not much of a trench guy. So he sees his two, in sprays of blood, and
Gorill's had an arm cut off. Ordric appears to have suffered a fatal head injury.
Jacob lets out a whelp sound and backs out of the chapel. He runs out of the chapel.
So his move is what, a 3?
His movement's a 5.
Oh, it's a 5. Okay, so then you are going to move.
He has a talent. He's a fleet of foot.
Yeah, so you can run 30 yards to race.
So Jacob's going to try to run around to the opposite side of the chapel. So his intention is to try to obviously elude this vile behemoth, and then go back in to help his comrades once the coast is clear. Is his thought. So he's going to run around to the opposite as fast as he can to the opposite side of the chapel.
Yeah. So then, as you come back, he does not pursue you.
Okay.
What you can hear is he very quickly goes back to chanting.
Yep.
And when you return, let me see here. What you find, where I'm trying to load these. There's that. Yeah.
When I left, did he notice, like, the book? Was it visibly on fire? Could he tell?
I'm not sure. You spent You sure wish you had thought to do that before you read.
Okay.
Okay, so when you return, what you can see is pulling itself up from a mass of sick. Like it appears as if Lord Angeron, his helmet is off now. You can see his face is completely covered in boils and sickness and whatnot. He has apparently vomited on the floor in some ritual way. Mm-hmm. And what is pulling itself out from there is, I don't have an illustration loaded, unfortunately. I thought you guys would defeat him before. What's pulled out is that classic image that we've all seen of a plague bearer of Nurgle. So there is it looks like a hunched, bloated man. Its body covered in boils, swarms of flies around it as it pulls itself up from the floor. And then I think I need a fear check from you once again, Jacob.
Okay. Would my resistance to chaos any help?
Yes, most definitely. Yep.
Okay. Let me check.
Yep.
10. So it's a 10 modifier. All right.
There we go.
So close.
And you stand in awe as this thing, shambling, twisting, broken, pulls itself up, looks at you, and Angeron just seems like arms spread, enraptured, and you can see that the lady behind is completely covered in boils and sickness and corruption now. And that is where I believe we will end our adventure. So, as is strangely appropriate for the oh man,
we lost.
Yeah. Unfortunately, things do not always go the way of the heroes in the the old world. So let's bring ourselves back to the main screen here. There we go. So with that, we bring our story to a close. For those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for this, the fears of the Faceless. It appears they were not unfounded fears, as is always the case. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we played, please do not hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. In addition, there is a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server where all of us are active. We have channels dedicated to this game, this campaign, and every other game we play on the channel, as well as channels dedicated to a bunch of other games, and there's a ton of other great topics, ton of great people. You are more than welcome to join us over there. Lots of great people with lots of great knowledge and a willingness to share said knowledge with you. In addition, you can find down below a link to the something called Heroes Save Villages. That's the charity fundraising campaign that we run on the channel. It benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, a really terrific organization active in over 130 countries that benefits over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children. And all donations go directly to SOS Children's Villages International. None of it goes to the channel. None of it goes to any other middleman. It just goes to help those kids. As a small way of saying thank you, for every $25 Canadian that you donate, you have one chance to win the grand prize or one of the other great prizes we have in our next charity raffle, which will be on December 1st, 2021. In addition, there is currently still going on voting for our next charity session. The charity session will be at the end of October. And if you have donated since August 1st, you can head over to the Charity Initiatives channel on the Dungeon Musings Discord server and cast your vote for which of the 4 games we have on offer. All 4 of them look like they'd be a lot of fun to run and play, so please feel free to head on over, cast your vote, and see which of those 4 games we will be playing. In addition, let's see here. You can find me on Twitter at Dungeon Musings, and you can find me by email. My email address is dungeonmusings@gmail.com. Last thing I will say is a huge thank you to our brave old world heroes. So Carl, Mo, Sean, and Arlen, who was unable to join us today, thank you so much for playing today, guys. I am sorry that things worked out the way they did, but such is the cruel fate that befalls heroes sometimes in the old world. We have been talking about whether we're going to carry on with this campaign after this adventure or not. I think this quite decisively makes the decision for us. So, guys, thanks I'm sorry that things worked out the way they did, but I had a shit ton of fun running this for you guys. So, thanks for playing. Yeah, thanks, Kevin.
Yeah.
Then, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for our 5-part series of adventures with Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 2nd Edition. We will be back again in 2 weeks' time with something new, but I don't think this is the last time we'll see Warhammer Fantasy 2nd on the channel. I have enjoyed the shit out of this short adventure. This has been a lot of fun, and I think this is my favorite version of the Warhammer Fantasy role-playing game right now. I do like 4th edition quite a bit, but I've had a lot of fun with this, so thanks, guys, for helping me explore this game. With that, then we will say, we hope that we gave you, the viewers at home, a few hours to take your mind off of the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our heroes have gotten up to in the old world. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.